Oh god.
My tea is complete.
He's got his tea.
That's what I was waiting for, really.
Long man.
How?
I want that's like my ringtone. Anyone rings is like long man. Oh fucking hell!
Long man.
It's such a good long man.
Oh god. All right. So yes, say it again. Happy Easter, guys.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
I was gonna get my big bunny and just stick it somewhere, but I didn't know where to stick my bunny.
Now, that's a BFC.
Long man.
Oh god. And welcome to Beardy Bros.
Welcome.
Long. Oh god, he's gonna be saying that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Long man.
People are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna turn down. I can't listen to this Spotify." No,
Yeah, do it.
do it,
Oh,
do it.
God.
I'll be like at work listening to it and be like, "Long." They're like, "What are you saying?"
Long
No.
man.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, I put it in memes. Is a Japanese ad. It's for a candy.
Like a bubble
And it's
gum?
called Long Man. It's like for a bubble gum.
Long.
And it's like you can get the short sticks and the long ones.
Like in the mini packets,
and
individual packets.
in the mini packets, yeah. It's a well-known Japanese candy. I'd say, but yes, check it up. Long Man. That's all you have to do is type in those words in YouTube, and you'll see a Japanese ad.
Banana.
If you
No.
Asian trailers are just the best, whether it's like Korean or Japanese or something like that.
Korean, Japanese, they're the most weirdest and kookiest ones.
But they're like the best.
Well, yeah, and sometimes they get like the most well-known actors into it as well. Like they'll bring in someone from overseas and it'll be like, "Oh, there's Bill Murray in this one," or it's like, "Hey, it's Will Smith," or it's Ricky Gervais. So Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Chavez.
Ricky Gervais.
Chocolate!
It's
Chocolate day!
Chocolate. It's chocolate day.
It's chocolate day, everyone.
Chocolate day.
That's the thing,
I have actually not eaten chocolate today.
When you get old enough, you don't really give a shit. You just go, I'll get a couple of chocolates.
Every day is chocolate day. When you're an adult.
Yeah, every day is chocolate day. I had breakfast for dinner. That's how adult I am. No.
Exactly.
I had crunchy egg for breakfast. Like on the crunchy egg.
I know you were keen for that crunchy egg. You told me at the start. You're like, I can't wait for the next
I had
tomorrow.
2 of them. They were so good.
I must have a dodgy one.
I'm gonna eat this rabbit's legs first. Oh, I'm gonna rip his head off.
I'm having little eggies.
Rip his head off. I got his head.
I wanted a Kinder Bunny. I got Jack one, but I didn't get one.
That's not his head. That's his whole fucking torso.
No, this is his torso. This is his body. I have not eaten chocolate so long. It's like I waited all year to eat chocolate. Yes, all day.
It's like so long. It's been 10 hours.
Yeah, this is what I had for breakfast, alright?
It's a white one?
It's a Kinder one, so it's dark on the outside and white on the inside.
Oh, I'm so jelly. I love white chocolate.
Kinder eggs are so, like, just anything Kinder is so good.
I thought there was going to be a toy inside. I was slightly disappointed when I cracked it.
Did you get the bigger one, did you?
Yeah.
Wait, you just need to shake it. Anything in there?
The bigger ones have no toy, but
I feel like really sus when I was at the store trying to shake him up.
I feel like anything Kinder should come with a toy.
Yeah.
Like
just anything, like a needle, a toy.
A needle, a toy.
Razor blade, you know, it's
Kinder razor blade.
That's why Wookiee's in there.
Does it sound metallic? It's asking the attendant, is this ticking?
Have you got an X-ray?
Oh god.
Just fucking
Have you got a magnet? I want to get the good one. Alright. Yeah.
Oh,
You can pick one out: a
Whatever.
blade, a needle,
well, I'm having a
or
weird
a
moment
toy.
here. I got,
Which You're in peril.
Oh god,
that might be my end.
that
here.
reminds me of like
Oh.
oh
Oh, that might be my end. What? My Wi-Fi turned off. Oh, we've had a hiccup at the start of the episode. We've had a mild hiccup.
Hey, we were.
There we go.
We
We
were
are back.
fine.
We are back. We are back.
What
Long,
can you do?
long man. I had a slight moment with the long man.
long man.
My internet, my Wi-Fi on my computer just turned off randomly.
Oh, so you didn't capture any of that?
No, it did. It's still there. So while
Yeah?
with,
Oh,
with,
good.
with that, now that we're back, what's up, Beardy and Beardettes? You're listening to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. It's a happy Easter from us here at the Beardy Bros Productions.
Beardy Central,
Beardy Central, Beardy Hub, Beardy whatever, with our new intern on the scene here, chowing down on his intern. I don't know, what do we call him? resident hairy man.
Regular series regular.
He's just got a full body beard. Like he's just got to be on.
And wears the clothing just to cover it up most of the time. So.
Yeah, that's. But I'm also named Shaven.
Oh, I don't know if
Cookie,
actually.
so...
My finger's stuck again. Why do I keep doing that? Did you see me do that? Did you see me get my finger stuck in there?
Get out of the way.
It's there. It's like here, and I get stuck, and I'm like.
down the bottom, just.
I don't know if
Seems pretty low
I
like
don't
that.
know if I put it up yet as a thumbnail. I was gonna say, have you seen the thumbnail I did for one of the YouTube videos? Have you seen it?
No.
There's a couple of thumbnails I've done for the podcast. They're getting pretty good.
Is the next one going to be Long Man?
It could
Was
be.
that
I
the
might actually
one-
do that. Which one? Let me have a look here.
I saw it. Was that the recent
up?
one?
Oh yeah, the recent one's not actually a
Was
Wookiee.
Oh god.
It's called Getting Hairier Than a Wookiee. That was your first episode. And it's got basically me and Jim, and it's like it's a photo of a Wookiee, but then the eyes are blacked out. It's like, this isn't a Wookiee. It looks great. And there's me going like, I don't know. I'm really having fun with the thumbnails I'm doing for the episodes. They're looking great. It's just so good.
Especially the one you did
yeah,
with you put
That's
the
right,
heads
photo
on.
of the Wookiee.
It's like
Were you getting your hair cut or
Was it-
whatever?
oh, that one.
No, are you getting your hair cut by what's his name from what's his name again? Vic from Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah,
From
Vic.
Cyberpunk.
Are you like in the barbershop? You just sit there in the chair and he's trimming up your back of your head and giving you a
I
clean
did-
shave. I'm like, it's
I
kind of
did love the
annoying.
Johnny Sins.
Yeah, the Johnny. I gotta re-update that one. I'm kind of annoyed that I used beards on point for that one when the next episode, which was the bonus one called Shaved Clean, and I should have used that for that one. I'm like, no, what have I done? So now I'm gonna try and like find something that's just like maybe someone that's completely bald and just be like, like I don't know. It's just.
I'll give
random.
a picture of me without a beard.
Picture without a beard. Could do
I've
that.
got one I can use.
Sorry.
I have hair but no beard.
I still gotta work out that one with Johnny Sins though, because I want to use that picture of Johnny Sins, but like what I've been
no.
trying to do with he needs to be holding a newspaper. He needs to be holding a newspaper, and I want to have like wanted like danger and have like a Wookiee on the thing on the newspaper, like danger alert kind of thing, and he's like reading the paper.
Just do one with ZZ Tops, and all three of us are like the ZZ
Yeah,
Top
even
guys.
that, yeah.
And it's called Beards on Beards on Beards.
Oh,
Ooh.
I mean.
Like an
Interesting.
album cover, like the classic ZZ Tops album
Oh,
cover.
I could do that for this one.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
a ZZ Top's cover and have long man in the background.
Yeah, long man in the background.
He just stood
He's
and
there.
stares, just like long. Or he's like Oh no, I'm having fun with the thumbnails. I'm like, sometimes I overthink it, and it's just like, oh god, and The other one, which is just a green screen, like I don't know why this is in all caps. Like because I didn't know what, and I'm like, oh, it stands out. I'm having fun with them though. It's like me and Jim playing battleships.
Yeah, that was good. I'm on the webpage now.
Oh,
The funny part is, it'll be sometime tomorrow. He'll be just in Discord, and he's just like, "This is a good idea."
just drawing it up because, like I put out in the tweet, we'll have the. I'll just do a cut tonight and get the Spotify one up tonight because we've left because it's a little bit later on the weekend. I've been working and stuff, and I got to work tomorrow.
I mean,
so I was like, I'll get the Spotify up.
Long weekend, so I mean,
Yeah, long
Exactly.
weekend.
It's just been one of those things. We've just had a bit of a break, bit of a in between thing. So
it's a holiday.
it's a holiday break. We're a little bit more lax, so I'll work on the video through like Monday, Tuesday, and try and get that up as soon as possible. But definitely will be up on Spotify for people to listen through the week, for sure. So.
Damn
So you will be listening this. So you's listening right now. You are listening on Spotify. You're getting it nice and early before everyone else on YouTube. So feel lucky, yo, with Amy.
Punk.
But no, I'm keen.
You get to hear this in stereo. Listen to my
Ooh.
voice, Clarice.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I was thinking for me, it's gonna be funny because it's the 14th episode. We've got next week and then the week after, so 2 weeks. My birthday is basically on the 16th, and then the episode 16 is basically on my on my birthday. So it's like episode 16 is like on the 16th technically, well, not technically. It's like the 17th, but it's like what?
What?
It's kind of funny. So yeah, did put the tweet out. I did put the tweet out. We put some tweets out that this one.
I mean, it makes sense because we had the 5 weeks in January. So
yeah. So this episode's a little bit different than normal. We just got a more banter as we've had April Fools just come and go on the first.
We should have
for
done
us.
an April Fool's joke.
It's a bit late for the April Fools joke.
A little bit late.
April Fools.
So should have did one last week and let it run until the next podcast.
Sometimes I can't even remember. Even I'll sit there and I'll edit like last week's episode. I spent like the whole day editing the video. I was like, what am I doing? It's been like 6, 7 hours, 8 hours going. So it's just one of those things. What?
Do it. We've got another member of in the
what do you mean?
podcast.
There's nothing there. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's nothing there. I don't know what you're talking about. It's getting weird.
Don't be too serious. Oh yeah, it's a Nerf gun. It's a Nerf gun right
That's
there.
what I mean. I don't know what you're talking about. The Nerf gun.
You know what Dale's going to do? He's going to put like a fuzzy thing and just have a fuzzy thing floating around.
What is that?
What is that? I don't know what you mean. Like, there's nothing there.
Yes. Is that what you tell child services? Just there's nothing here.
There's nothing
I
there.
swear, there's no children here. That's next door, I swear.
This is a leprechaun.
You're thinking number 32. Something lane. No.
Oh, there's a Jack here. Oh, hello, Jack.
Yes.
Yeah, little cheeky buggies, little wiggles.
I think he knows podcast days.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He just knows. He just knows.
Jack will be stealing the show soon.
Oh, yeah. Little rat bag.
Yeah.
Just laughing into that.
Yes, yeah. Beardy Bros Jr., the offshoot of the podcast. It's before they get the beards.
What?
So was it? How you guys? How's your Easter weekend? Been up to anything?
Weester's been alright.
Easter?
Weester's been alright.
It's
Easter.
Seen anything? Playing anything? There's a lot of speaking of April Fools, there's a whole bunch of April Fools jokes that circulated around. My favorite was the RGB hair color.
Yes, the Razer promotes an RGB hair dye called Razer Rapunzel. They can change the color with the control of your phone. So it's like, it's like that was the joke because you know how RGB. The RGB's coming. Watch out!
Well, that's the thing. It's actually not a joke. I've tested it out. I've actually got some, and it's not this hair. I'll put a post up on memes later on showing exactly where I have it.
They're not safe for work, possibly?
And it's not safe for work. But all I can say is the view from outside my room looks very Technicolor. Yeah,
Very
but
nice.
it's very nice. It's very good. Yeah.
But it was pretty
I'll,
funny.
I'll put a video up of it in Discord after the if anyone wants to
Just gotta laugh
context.
all the
But yeah,
time.
it's really great. That's all I can say.
Well, before we go into before we get into the other ones that we've got, there's a whole bunch we can talk about. We'll just spin out the for people that are listening if they haven't seen yet.
Wait,
The
is Tractor blue or purple, Wiggle?
what
It
color?
looks blue. Is it purple or blue?
It's blue.
It's the blue.
Oh, very nice.
It blue
The blue Wiggle's the best anyway.
I know you got the notes. We both got the notes here for that. So the free games this month for April. We've got both PlayStations, which is actually a lot better than Xboxes this time around. Which
I mean, the whole
PlayStation's really
year's been that way.
PlayStation's really knocking it out of the park. Like everyone's gone on stuff like they're doing. Go. Oh, go. Look. I got it. PlayStation's doing pretty good. So I mean, they've straight up knocked it out of the park. So for your PS5, PS4 and PS5, you can get Days Gone. Which is like, so those that haven't played it, get onto it now with all those updates that they've done. So it's definitely.
I do recommend it. It's such a great game.
Yes. An old one.
If you like zombies, open world.
Yeah.
I still got to try and play it at some point because I'm just like,
It's coming on PC, so if you got a PC, you can play it then too.
Play it on there as well. So
I'll get my hands on it as soon as possible.
Do it. So
I've been playing a few other games as well in between, but. Not playing as much as I want to.
I mean, don't go that straight away. PlayStation ports to PC are broken badly for the first few months.
Yeah, I'll give it a year. It's normally the give old time. It's like, it works on PC now. Give it a year.
Because what they usually do is they just copy it straight over, which is bad.
And then they adjust it later on and try and.
Well, that's what Cyberpunk is. Cyberpunk is made for PC, and it was ported over the console, so you give it a good year, then it should work fine, and it'll be like.
I mean, the devs don't even do these. It's offset devs who fix them.
Yeah,
so,
they port everything else as a third party ports the. Adjust
but that's how it normally always goes. It's like when older
games,
games,
unless you're Bethesda, I guess.
Yeah, true.
We just let the community fix their games via mods.
Yeah, but they don't really fix them. They just make it.
Or they remake
shiny.
their own remakes, remasters, and then they're like, we should do that instead, and we'll do it now. And then the person that spent like years making a remaster is like, oh, and they're like, we're doing it. And I'm like,
or like grab one of the older games and make it look like the new game, but all they did was add a bunch of mods, and you could have just bought the older game instead of the new one.
Yeah.
Fallout 3.
Look at you, Blizzard. You fucking Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many games.
I don't know if you
People
ever
have been
played...
making that for years, and then they're like,
oh yeah,
we're doing number 2. It's coming out like next year or this year.
I think
it's this year. End of this year. It's coming
sometime
out.
this year, yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
We did briefly cover it.
I've never played it, but I might.
Diablo 3. Well, we played Diablo 3. I played Diablo 3.
I haven't. I played it on 360.
I played a lot of Diablo back.
Never been played much Diablo 2. It was more Diablo 1, and then I didn't really play much of it. But then 2 didn't really touch, and then 3. I don't know. I never really got into this one. There was Zombie Army 4. That's a big franchise there. But still, that's not
Are you going to play that?
Well, it's on PlayStation. I mean, that's co-op. We could play that.
So, yeah, they're definitely co-op because the trilogy is, so 4 would be.
And that's PS4 and PS5 as well. So that's got like the
so much DLC
upgrade
for the Zombie Army games.
They're so good. Like, they're so random.
Yeah,
I was playing the trilogy and we were skipping through the games and they just got more bizarre as it went on. Because you had to go hunt blood, things of blood, like beer bottles full of blood. You just find them in each level and
and then versus Hitler and his giant tank.
Yeah. I've never done that, but
yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, but
kind of like a Wolfenstein thing, isn't it? Like
Wolfenstein. I was disappointed by the last one because it's nice to have co-op. Don't get me wrong, but it was they took in the direction of
number 2.
No, I was talking about Youngblood. It was they took in the direction. I don't mind if they kind of go, all right, that's an offshoot, but now they've taken the step too far forward that you can't go back to the playing as the main character as
I mean, I think in the third
it's-
one, as be back as BJ, because
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the point of playing. You want to play BJ. BJ is the guy. You don't want to play his
BJs.
daughter. Yeah, everyone loves a good BJ. So you know, it's
it's
you know,
a good
going
idea,
off.
just not well executed. I think.
I think there was too many issues for it when it first came out. I think.
Oh, so have you played it recently? Is there any? Has it gotten better?
No, I haven't played it recently. I don't want to go back to it at the moment because, like, playing co-op, then you got to kind of get someone else to get the game as well, and then so on and
No,
so forth.
that's a thing where you invite someone, they don't need the game. Yeah, like
Oh, was it?
it's like a way out. Like you can invite someone in there. They don't need to have the game.
I was thinking now that was the game. Way out.
I still need to play that. I got it.
Well, It Takes Two's out now as well, which is kind
Another
of
one
like
of those things. Yeah.
It's made by the same dude.
There's another one as well. There's a new. There's It Takes Two.
new.
There's another game as well that's come out that's fresh as well. That's something like that as well, where it's co-op and someone can. I can't remember what it's called. I saw it on Steam. They've been advertising it.
Is that where you like the little dolls or something?
There's that one. That's It Takes Two, but there's a new one.
Yeah,
that's
another one. Take Two. That's right.
But there's another game out that you play the kids. I think it is a boy and a girl. I think it is.
Yeah. Was that the one?
It's very recent, or that's coming out soon, or they've advertised a fair bit. I've seen.
Is that the one where they're the couple and they get forced to work with each other?
So is the kid?
Yeah.
Isn't that It Takes Two?
No,
the couple?
the Is it?
Uh,
It Takes Two? Is it? Or is it?
Yeah, I think it Takes Two is a couple. The dude.
I don't think the other one is
his
the
wife
yarn
or
ones. I
something.
can't remember the dolls. I can't remember. There's too many games that are doing it. That are like
yeah.
pairs of twos.
It's because a way out work that people are jumping on that in their own way. I mean, it's a good thing. That's how they
a good
get
story-driven
better.
game.
It's a new one.
So,
Oh,
I
I'm thinking
mean-
of the other one that was the same, which was Unravel. That's it.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
bored of that. That was weird.
Unravel 2 was the same kind of thing. You played co-op and you could like get a.
Oh, that was years ago though.
No, last year before. Pretty recent still.
No,
There's
probably
two of them. It's Unravel 2.
2017 or something.
Because Unravel 1 came out a while back and then Unravel 2.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Unravel 2, that's
Way it
pretty
was
old.
fantastic because I like if it's on a console and it's got a really good storyline, I could just sit down and watch the entire playthrough and just hop on Twitch. And
2018.
Yeah, that's
and
Unravel 2.
That's why I like those games where you can just sit there and watch the story unravel, and you don't even have to play the game to kind of just go, this is a good game. Especially with like the ultimate like endings with that game, which was pretty good. But when we were talking about April Fools as well.
Yeah, no, I want to get these out first, and then we're going to go back to April Fools because we wanted to bring these up. We got segues here. So the other one that was the biggest one that I wanted to say was that this is a big move. I feel like this is bigger than Outriders, honestly. With Xbox getting Outriders to the Game Pass, PS5 is getting Oddworld Soulstorm.
Yeah, free
for the PS5, and that's a new release game. And
coming
they're getting
out on the 6th of April.
Yeah, and I think it's an exclusive release as well. I think it's only for PlayStation first, and then everything else a little bit later as well. I think they're doing so.
I think PlayStation and PC. First.
Yeah, and that, even then, like it's exclusive release, but then PS5 are getting it for free, and it's like, what the?
Like Fall Guys, like it's
like
if you own a PS5, you're winning.
You're doing good. Like people going, oh, it's like you're doing good. Like, this
but
is
the
insane.
sucky part is you only get it for that 1 month. After that, you've got to buy it because. And like people don't have a PS5 still, so they're dropping it.
You can't log into your PS4 to like want to redeem it.
That are getting it.
But I mean, it's kind of a
just become a scalper and just sell the boxes, the empty boxes, for like $1,000 on eBay.
Oh,
I mean, I've got the box
and then use that money to buy the actual one from another scalper.
Yeah, find someone that's selling the box and just get the box. Or...
I'll chuck my 1X in it. There you go.
God, they'll still be winning. They'll be getting something they could use.
Yeah.
I mean, a 1X is better than the new console.
So, and then
better than the Series S.
And then
just bring out the next Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be next year even.
No.
It's like, yes, it will be next year.
It could be longer. Like it could be between now and 2023, 24.
We can rack it up to either COVID or the game
No.
still needs a lot of polish.
Just wait.
game-
You'll get them
The
coming
game's been
out
there for
going.
5 years in development.
We'll have it. We'll see it in a couple of months' time. We'll see it maybe get close to the release, and you hear this. Oh no! We've had an internal attack, and they've stolen our source code.
Oh no! Yeah, just do a Cyberpunk.
Because we still haven't heard from that, like, at all. Like, who bought it? Who's got it?
Like they just released the patch, like we did our podcast episode, wasn't it? And they were like
31st, I think it was.
or whatever it was we were talking about. I can't remember if it was after the podcast episode or the other day after or something was. But it's like just basically at the end of last month, end of March, like, oh, the patch is out now. The very like 1 day left for the end of the month. They're like, we got the patch ready for you guys. It's like you see, you said the second half of March, but not like the day before March ended. Like, what the fuck? You cheeky dogs!
It's because they said end of March, so they had to hit that.
Well, they said the second. Like they didn't say the end.
If they didn't say March at all, they could have dragged it out into April, May. Because there was the leak that said the game must be completed by June, but
it's just it's one of those things.
It's June,
and then there's talks of what the DLCs like. Well, there's apparently a few. Well, that's the thing. There's apparently a few leaks of now information of what some of their DLCs are, and it's come out to being the point where it's like, oh, these are DLCs, but technically it should have been stuff that was in the game in the first place, like hairdressing customization. Like that should have already been in the game. Like,
oh wait, okay,
surprise guest. What the?
Who is this?
It's my brother.
Oh, it's your brother. He wants to join the podcast, does he?
Well, he's got a beard.
He's got a camera?
Unless he wants to turn his cam on to be in the potty.
Beard on beard on beard on beard.
Beard on beard.
Apparently.
He doesn't normally jump in. That's why I was like surprised. I didn't expect anyone to jump in, honestly.
Maybe he's just like pocket dialing.
He's just...
No.
He's not saying anything.
He's just like, what's just happened?
What is this? But I mean, what was it, like 16 free DLC and 4 paid or something?
Yeah, but I guess all the free, but like looking at what they're talking about, some of the free stuff is stuff that technically should have already been in the game from the get-go, and they're just like now making it like, oh, it's DLC. It's like, should it just been the stuff that was already there? Like, why make it out like it's extra DLC when it's game content?
Because it would have probably broke the game more if it was in there.
I was about to say, this isn't EA, guys. But
no,
you know,
it's free, so
it's still free.
Save the game.
It's still free, and I think it's just one of those things of it should have been in the initial game, but at the same time, you know, they were still working on the game up to the point of it's being released. So it could have just been one of those things that if they did put it in, maybe it wasn't going to work properly, so it was a wiser choice to take it out. This is me defending them because in the past, especially, it does make sense. Exactly. If you break it down like that, it does make more sense. If it's something that they tried to push it too fast rather than work on other things, you'd rather put that in the back burner because it's not as pivotal as other certain.
But it's just interesting that it's DLC. Like, I feel like it should just be another patch update or something like that. Like, why call it DLC?
But if that's true, a few more features should have been taken out and added later. Like, it should have been able to run at least.
Well, I've still found a few bugs, even though this new patch is in. Like, I found a bug when I was doing a mission. I came racing around a corner because I mean the steering. I can't tell the difference now between the steering because I played so long ago. I couldn't play the game, and now trying to drive again. I'm like, now I can't even remember what the driving felt like. To compare because it's been so long. And like I was driving around a corner to a mission. And I pulled up, hit up a curve, hit this old lady, jumped out my car, and I was like, huh! And I was like, ah! I fell through the map, and I'm like, okay, that's happening.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know what I did. I just fell through the map. I recorded it, and I was like, woo, woo, woo. And luckily there was a checkpoint just before it, but I was like, oh.
Just friggin' Twitter, CDPR.
It was hilarious. It was friggin' hilarious, because I'm just like, drift it up, lock it, park it, get out the car, and just fall through the ground. I was like, god damn it. So...
But defending him as well, it's like there's still a lot of work going into the game. Eventually, Cyberpunk will be up there with Witcher.
Oh yeah, once it's
eventually-
done, it's going to be like
once it's
everyone's gonna come
done,
back to it.
everything's it. They fix a whole bunch of stuff because no one ever thinks about when Witcher 3 first came.
It had bugs as well.
It had
problems
bugs as well.
It's probably
a whole
worse,
bunch of
in a
issues.
worse state.
And it wasn't much of the highlight because it was still, we think of Witcher 3 now after it's been polished, after it's been fixed. They put it on Switch and all that kind of stuff. All the DLC. Game is fantastic, but it took a while to get to that point.
That's exactly.
Same
Well, the
thing.
game's now 6 years old. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So, it's in about 6 years' time, Cyberpunk will be just as big as Witcher.
2030.
Yeah, 2030. So,
2077.
but
we'll be dead by then.
we'll be traveling the highways, searching for fuel and Mad Maxing it, and, wearing no shirts and leather outfits. Looking back, going, haha, we had to wear masks, but now it's a choice to wear a mask. In by then it'll be like whether to wear the gift mask or the,
Speaking of Mad Max, though, they should have done that Outback, like the Mad Max, like that 2016 game. Did you play that, Wookie?
Yeah, I played that. That was actually
just imagine if they did the Outback like that, it would have been so good. And the driving and that, like, no one heard of that game. Everyone writes it off.
The game was good. It was good. It was a solid game.
It was like a Batman Arkham in Mad Max universe. Like,
yeah, you could jump out of the game, run around, do all that kind of stuff. It had that
the
element.
combat was
still the racing
straight from Arkham straight into Mad Max.
Yeah. No, it was a good game, and I wouldn't mind playing a sequel, but that's probably not going to
I never finished. Did it end? It could be a sequel. Did it end?
Yeah, they can be a sequel.
Yeah. Would there be like a movie or a game or kind of thing?
I'm
Who
like,
made that?
spoilers.
Was it Warner Brothers?
It's been out long enough.
They did work on it, but yeah, it's been out long enough. Like the ending is you kill the bad guy, blah blah. You get your car back, and then you drive off into the distance, and that's it.
Them missions in that game, that game was well worth the time I put into it. Like,
it was so nice to upgrade your car and put all like the spikes on it, or you can just change it up and put whatever.
The sense
else.
of the game kind of feels like it would take place before that recent Mad Max movie in a way.
Yeah.
To a sense, like it could be anywhere between it, because he lost his car because he lost his car. It was completely obliterated. He lost it altogether in the movie. What I remember, so this could be like the P4 where he had the car still, and then
yeah. So, well, that's the thing in the Mad Max universe, all the movies and stuff. There was only the one definitive very first movie, and then every other movie after that, the timeline is kind of it can be anywhere.
Yeah.
But
especially that third one. The second one, because the first and second movie were like straight up after each other, and then Thunderdome was like kind of anywhere.
An off thing.
Yeah. So it's one of those things.
I'm
tempted to watch those movies. Yeah, I'm thinking I might go watch that later.
Go back just before we go into everything else. I mean, these are pretty shitty, but Xbox. Night, you go to bed?
I kind of didn't want to mention them because no one wanted them.
Well, I was going to say...
I was reading the YouTube comments. I was like, no one
That's why I wanted to... That's why I wanted to compare, because you've got, like, April. This is the only reason I had both, was because you look at PlayStation's April release, which was, like I said, Days Gone, Zombie Army 4, and Old World Soulstorm. You look at
two of them are recently new.
And then you go to Xbox games with the gold for April. You've got Vikings, Wolves of Midgard, whatever that is. Truck Racing Championships. Who the fuck? And then you've got Dark Void, which I've tried playing. The game's broken. Halfway towards the end of the game, you can fly through the map, and it's just broken. And then Hard Corps Uprising, whatever the fuck that is. Like,
I have no idea.
Like, what are these? Like,
that Vikings one looks the only decent one, but even then it's a bit here and there.
Like, that's why I need to have those in there, because just to compare. Here's PlayStation over here. Here's what they're giving, and then you've got Xbox over here. I mean, of course they put Outriders on Games Pass, but like, seriously,
that's not really. You don't keep that though.
It's just Game Pass. It's just like Netflix. It's just your browser.
Because that could be a time thing. Put it on early, then take it off, and then
get like GTA, get people in, get them hooked on it, be like, ooh, I'm
And
liking this
and
game. Just as they're getting excited on it, oh, it's going from Game Pass now. I'm like, I need to keep playing it. I need my fix. Now I'm going to go out and spend the $70 to buy it or whatever it is, 60, $70.
Which I have heard. I'm looking at Dreamcast guy's review. It's apparently a wicked game. Like the story is good, the gameplay is good.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that because it's, you know, it'd be a big play to bait people in, especially because it's like, what, a Destiny type of game.
Well, they thought it was going to bomb. That's why it was on Game Pass. Like, they thought it was going to bomb.
But then,
no
would that make sense?
it.
Because, like, you've got people, but they already would have had the numbers because people pre-ordered the shit out of that game. People got annoyed because they'd pre-ordered the game. They cancelled pre-orders so they could. Well, from all the forums, a lot of people pre-ordered the game and were really pissed off that they had pre-ordered for Xbox, and then a lot of people ended up cancelling it because, like, why am I going to pre-order a game if I can just get it for free on Game Pass?
Because they're taking it off Game Pass.
So so a lot of people. Well, presumably, who knows when. But that's what a lot of
there's people that like to own the game. Don't get me wrong. There's people that love owning the game, and I love owning the game. That's one of the reasons why I don't go, all right, I'll join it with Game Pass, because I'd like to own the game. Especially when you play the game for a bit, you can either play it non-stop all the time, or you can be like, all right, I'll play it, and then life happens, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to go pick it up later. You can't do that with Game Pass, because it's like by the time it finishes off for free...
Because games are cycled. Like, they're only there for a certain amount of time, unless they're an exclusive to Microsoft, which that isn't. So,
and the point of those Game Passes isn't really to just play the game and finish it.
People.
It's introduce people to those games and see if they like them, and if they do
like them,
they'll go buy them. And so I've done that.
Well, exactly. It's just like Netflix for video games. Like, even with Netflix, you got them. There's movies that are on there all the time, if it's their exclusives or whatever. Again, it comes down to, like, Xbox. Xbox will have their exclusives up on there pretty much all the time. And then it's just like they have ones some movies that will cycle out. They'll go, okay, well, this is only on for X amount of months. Okay, we're done. Let's take that movie off, and then gives backlog room to put up other stuff, and then they'll maybe come back again. It's one of those things.
But if you do own an Xbox, Game Pass Ultimate is good value. Like, because you get it for PC, you get the gold. It's just $15 a month, like.
Oh yeah.
And you get to play anything, like play it. Like, you're making that in the game easy. Like $15, you can play 3 games. 3 big games through the year.
You can actually play them, and then you're making compare up money. So play them, finish them, get the achievements, move on.
But I don't get putting a third party on there straight up because it takes sales from the actual.
That's what I mean.
Developer.
It's just weird that they did that. Maybe it was like maybe it's something because I don't think Xbox has really done it like this before with a new title. I think
it might have
been
a couple have.
But I think it might have been more of their party games though. They've done it with. Might be their first big third party title.
Like proper third party on launch.
Yeah, because I think this is like doing that to maybe trial the waters possibly.
Counter the Soulstorm.
Maybe
because they might have known about that. It's like, oh, we'll put Outriders on Game Pass day one.
Because it's an exclusive. They thought maybe that could be it. Like, that's just how they announced it at what time. Because
but still, you don't keep that. It's just like, at least put it for games of gold. At least that would make more sense.
Well, I mean, with the free PlayStation Plus games, you only get them while you have your membership. If your membership runs out, you don't get access to them. So it's kind of the same thing.
But still, everyone has Plus and Gold because you need them. Like,
exactly. In this day and age, everyone's going to have it. So
it's so cheap not to have. It's only for Gold, it's $80 a year, which is damn cheap. I mean, the Plus on sale, it's $50 for a whole year.
Oh yeah. It's
crazy. I just realized.
Yeah.
This is. You know how I boosted you guys for Nitro so you can have.
We're in the wrong chat.
We're in the wrong chat.
That's like.
Do we want to just? We're already 38 minutes in. Do we want to flick to the other chat? Will it boost the audio? Will it boost the audio?
It will boost the audio.
So
I know. I realized. I forgot because we started talking. We just segued straight into it.
Does it still record?
This thing will still record what I've got going.
Oh, so we just.
Otherwise, I just pause it and then just continue on. Like it doesn't. I can just cut them together.
Yeah, that's true. Do an intermission. All right.
I forgot about that because that's like I'm in Discord.
Yeah, I went into the wrong Discord to start off with.
I'm just like I boosted this. It wasn't the channel I boosted. I just realized.
I know. I realized that too. That was because we just started. Okay, let's go to there. Sorry.
All right, let's go to the other one.
Is
which
the
one?
Voice Hub?
Yeah, Voice Hub.
I
Oh,
was wrong. I was in Pickles one.
You went into Pickles one.
I was like, there is no voice hub.
Oh god.
oh, that's better too.
Just give us one
That
sec.
That is better. What the hell?
Just give us a sec.
See,
That
because I
makes a
boosted
big
it.
difference.
I boosted the channel.
Yeah, but that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Except for Daz, he's still
Audio
he's
quality
trying-
is better now.
Give us a sec.
Like if I had extra points, I could have boosted it up to level 2.
Alright, so
and
slight technical difficulty. Sorry,
That
Lens.
would have been
Oh,
1080p.
that-
Difficulty.
What was that? Lens?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, because I was in the thing. Let's go. Oh god.
That's better.
Actually, the video
and it actually looks
even
better
the video.
too.
Actually, the video looks a little bit clearer
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
This is the
oh
point
god,
of
my mouse.
boosting.
Oh
This
my
is the
god.
point of boosting.
I know, because what ended up happening is we were in the other one.
Oh, that's weird.
We were in the other one, we were talking, and then next we just started like segueing straight into being the podcast. I was like, shit, I better record this, without even thinking that we were in the right.
I was gonna say something, but you were comfortable in there.
I was like, whatever, because I was gonna flick it over. I
Fine.
was meant to say that myself too, but we just got trapped because I was waiting for my dinner, and then dinner came, and Mookie was eating, and so technical difficulty. Lentz came in, and now he's gone. We
This is
just
like
left
we've
him.
got better video and
I'm
audio
expecting your brother
now.
just to barge through the door, going, "Where'd you fuckers go?"
How he's all the way up in the town.
Oh, is he somewhere else? Is he?
He lives in the up.
I don't know. I don't know where he lives.
Oh
It-
dear.
He'll come back and go, where'd they all go?
He had his
left
mic
me.
muted the whole time, so.
I don't know what he was.
It's alright, I'll be editing
Would it
this
be
all
fair?
together. I'll pair it together. It's alright. I've got
Yeah.
to fart us around and stuff, so.
It's better audio and video now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get half an hour of normal, and then it's like, oh, you blast in your ears.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you guys
no.
are going fuzzy for me, like your video.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but it definitely looks a lot clearer too, which is amazing how
Wait,
much difference we
What?
That's
And the
dodgy.
audio
They make
would
you
be
pay for
better
this.
too.
That's so bad they make you pay for this.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
I mean, if Discord wants to sponsor us, if Discord wouldn't like maybe sponsor,
You mean Microsoft?
well, they don't own it yet, but
They won't.
so Discord, if you want to sponsor
Yeah.
us, give us some
But put
nitro.
it this way, to boost it up to level 2
Yep.
will cost $45.
Fuck.
What does level 2 do?
I'm not that rich.
1080p.
Oh,
1080p.
that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It's just it looks like we're
I
already
mean,
in that
we're in
already.
what 720, I think,
Yeah, that's decent enough.
which is
Yeah,
good.
we're
like,
seven-
I mean, if you wanted at some point use a different like Zoom or something, that would give
Well,
you the best.
right now we've got 128 audio quality.
Oh yeah.
Well, that whole
Isn't
first part
bad.
was the test of April Fools.
We'll
Yeah,
change
cut it.
clothes and then we'll change shirts
Oh.
real quick, and then we'll be like, see what happens.
The high quality,
they
everything
notice.
changes.
Yeah.
Like me, the other episode where I had like 3 shirt changes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
weirdo. It's like, wait,
You didn't
What's
even
he
catch on to
wearing?
that. It was so good.
I noticed, but I'm like the end one. I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, is it a different shirt?
Oh,
I don't know. You changed it
I'm
3
bloated
times.
now. I'm so bloated.
So
Too
was
many
that
beers,
that's the thing. I'm not excited about mini games this year. I think I've already said that.
Ratchet and Clank.
So, like, there's some good games
Horizon.
I've played so far this year, but some are old games. They've been out for
Soulstorm.
years. And some are like, right now I'm playing 3 out of 10, which is a nice story-driven mini game.
Oh, yeah, I've got that.
So 7.
I got that
3 out of
installed.
10.
So it's pretty good.
It's on Epic.
I got them
and
installed.
it's good
Is that
because it's
a
like
one?
story driven, which I love, like good story driven. And also it's got the mini games keep changing each episode.
Okay.
So you've got different styles of mini games in it. So you've got like, like D&D dungeon crawl to next minute you're driving around in a car with rocket launchers trying to blow up
Oh, God.
catapults.
I'll have to definitely play
To
it.
like FPS foot shooter to something else. It's like a good mix up of every. It's like a nice homage to every style of play, every style of video game.
What are you laughing
So-
at?
I got a message from him saying, "What the fuck did I just join into?"
Tell told you. What point did he join? Did he join at the start, and that's what you said he was confused?
No,
or-
remember how we joined the other night, last night, or whatever
Yeah.
it was? And we're playing a game.
Yeah.
He thought we were doing that. But I was like, what did I just join into?
Oh, I thought we were just playing a game. It's like, no, we're
Yeah.
doing the podcast, bro.
I was like, the podcast?
He would have been like, what?
So he could have put his mic on and videoed.
Yeah. I mean, if he's down, he can come back and join.
He plays Fortnite. Him and Daz could have chatted for hours.
Oh yeah.
So well, I had something else there, but I'm like, it's very mediocre. So we'll go into the April Fools stuff as well before we segue on. This is also like I put on tweet celebrations for Jim. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Jim!
I feel so young.
So young. So I didn't want to just because it's like this episode's closer to his birthday than doing next week's episode, which is basically the end of the week, which is way after his birthday. Technically, it feels like. So I was like,
Let me guess your age. 28. No.
Oh, thank you. 29.
29.
29.
Almost 30.
Almost 30. You're getting there.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Wait
feel
till
any
you
different.
get past there, and then you just like, every day is no.
Every day is. No.
Hey, I'm hitting my prime now, so.
Yeah.
I've passed it. No.
Yeah, but like 28 to 37 or something, your prime, so. Forward 40 even.
Oh yeah. 40's still good
Hey,
50?
one.
for some.
I mean,
yeah.
most people in their 50s are still damn good.
Like
Like,
Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
he's like 60 now, so.
55.
We're like a fine wine. We get better with age.
Yeah. I mean, it
I'll put
depends
that
if
way.
you haven't got diseases or anything by that time.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get them when you're young, so by the time he gets older, they've run the medication. Right? It's medication. You've got enough medication. Hopefully by the time you get old enough,
you got the medication.
Yeah, you got the medication for it, or they've got cures for it. You're hoping. It's just, like a rash just becomes normal by then. Or you just shave it and it's just, when it burns when you pee, it's all good.
If it burns, just keep on going.
Exactly.
Call me Lemmy.
It's like licking a battery. It's
Jesus, please.
But on a different topic, I recently
Hey,
just
maybe we
saw the
should
movie.
shave that. Look at this. Look how cool it looks.
Shave your
So
taint.
you just like shave all that, just gone, and just do the fucking Lemmy.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, but he had massive handlebars though. So you got to like grow your mustache out really big, cut your sides to like a weird.
That actually looks kind of
Strap.
cool. It looked very like rednecky.
No, he had mutton chops, didn't he?
Yeah, to go for chops. But you wouldn't have a beard,
No.
like a beard.
No,
You'd
I
have
like
to
that weird
give
beard.
your spot for the podcast.
Just
hand
trim
it
that
over.
really short. Like have it still like hair there, but it's just that short. That
Yeah.
it's like long here. It's just like 5 o'clock shadow down the middle.
Did you get some beard oil and just start, growing it a bit more?
I trimmed it the other day a little bit shorter. Reshaped
I
it.
got to do that.
If anyone
My
wants,
beard's like,
any
I wanna mess
beard
my beard up.
companies want to sponsor these two guys, they're perfect.
Yes.
I mean,
get
with
some
this
beard oil.
pomade, I've got a way better beard now than I did before. Makes it so shiny.
Shiny.
So movable.
Beard oil.
No, beard oil is bad for long beard.
Long man.
Long man. Yes.
I'm
But,
so watching that later.
You gotta.
Recently I saw the movie Nobody
Mm.
at cinemas. Yes,
Taking to watch that.
I'm marking that off.
That
Nice.
movie is fantastic. Really recommend it. Was that the what's his name?
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd is in it, and he is fantastic. It seemed like he had so much fun making that film.
That's good.
There's a
He's not
scene where
ancient now.
it's just like
yeah.
he's with a shotgun, and it's just classic. Like, there's two scenes. One where he's at the nursing home, and he's just there, and it's really good. And there's a bit where there's like the near the end, and it's just one of the lines that he says. It's like, "Yeah, you got a lot of shotguns." It's like, "Yeah, you brought a lot of Russian." And ready to lay down the pain.
Oh god.
And it's just it seems like he had a lot of fun. But yeah, the whole movie is fantastic. It's a good just a fun action flick from start to finish. It's not as polished like you'd think of John Wick.
It's by the same director, isn't it?
Or
same writer.
Same writer, yeah. No, the director was the one who did Kick-Ass.
Ooh.
I think it's the same director.
So a good action movie.
Sure. Yeah, it's a good action film. So yeah, it's just absolutely fun.
What happened to his face?
It's steamrolled. It's the steamrolled Mr. Potato Head. Ali made it for Maxwell.
That's dope.
So he's got his little name on the back there.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's like the steamrolled potato. He's like, oh no!
Remember, it's not Mr. Potato Head anymore.
No, it's still Mr. Potato Head.
It's just Potato Head.
Like the brand is Potato Head, but the characters are still Mr. and Mrs. That's the misconception.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going.
No, they backtracked. And apparently there was something else that happened too, but it wasn't as big. But there's another toy thing that they did as well, where Hasbro was like, "We're changing the thing," and then Bill was like, "Oh, we're going reverting back again." It's just like,
yeah.
Hasbro's just like not having any luck.
No,
yeah, it's potato.
No.
They shouldn't change anything. No one should change anything.
Potato wrap.
Leave it the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't change.
Unless people are like, I mean, even then people are getting crazy about it, but.
Exactly, they shouldn't change Mr. Potato Head. They shouldn't change Barbie.
There's no need to.
There's no need to. I remember back in the day, Barbie had an outfit pretty much.
Take it.
You know, it was Barbie, everything. And there was Mr. Potato Head. There was G.I. Joe as well. Transform.
And G.I. Jane, even
G.I. Jane, yeah. It's you can't forget G.I. Joe's committing war crimes.
The good days are gone now, bro.
Yeah, no, it's I wouldn't say the good days, but just
no, but everyone's becoming a bit just a little bit soft. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. Just,
I'm
one of those things.
It's all the young people.
Yeah.
Let's start getting into back in my day, all those kids. Back in my day, it was.
Well, I was gonna say though, you talk about a lot of the stuff people get sensitive. I was talking about it yesterday on stream or whatever it was the day before. When it was yesterday.
I'll be getting those tacos eventually.
Oh god, I nearly threw up there.
Jesus, what have you done?
I just burped. I'm like, oh god.
Is it too much candy for breakfast?
I don't know. But you look at the shows that we kind of grew up with. Not enough.
Not enough.
You look at the cartoons and shows that we grew up as kids. We had all those crazy Cat Dog and yeah. What was the other one? Arnold and Arthur and all these really they taught lessons. They taught the difference of you really look back on it, they taught you of culture and race and respect each other, and actually taught general run of the mill respect.
Especially Arnold
and care.
That show was really
yeah.
Hey Arnold was probably one of the best at that. There's always a lesson in everything.
And and that's what I'm thinking. You look at nowadays there aren't really kids. Kids don't really watch TV anymore, and then the shows they have don't really seem to teach lessons anymore. They're just hey, it's just a bunch of crap. It's just a bunch of nonsense happening. It's just oh, that's funny. There's no lessons as much anymore. Seeing where they are, and it's just maybe that's why, because they're not being in a sense of brainwashed to a degree that you're not being taught lessons subliminally, and your brain's not taking these lessons in, that you act more responsible through life because you're not getting that knowledge absorbed into you. This is how you're meant to treat someone. Be kind, be nice. We grew up with all that stuff. They taught those lessons, and we kind of, I guess, we were sponge, so our brains just absorb these in, and then we kind of run with that knowledge as we get older and go with it. And now these kids and stuff these days aren't getting that because they didn't have a lot of those shows, and it's just a whole bunch of random nonsense. And kind of, I guess you look about it, it's be yourself, big wild, and you see people now where they are. I guess they've absorbed that stuff as younger ages, and they kind of running with it when they get older. And that's why we see all these things now, is because people aren't getting the knowledge properly. I feel almost
basically,
kids these days, they're so uncontrollable. Like
that's
they
like
just
that's the
do
other thing too.
their
Like
own thing. They don't
we
follow
had
any
rules. Like that's exactly because we had rules. Like I have rules for like Jack and that. Like Max is still a baby, so there's no rules with him. But like you got to have rules. Like I had rules growing up. Like and you would have all had
Yeah.
rules as well. Like if you were naughty, you would have got smacked with the belt, with the spoons, stuff like that. Like yeah, okay, it seems a bit rough, but like it puts you in line, and it
No,
taught you not to be because greedy and be respectful and understanding and worth
not to
stuff.
be a
And,
dick.
yeah, like it
like,
actually did teach you and put
have
you in
manners and
Yeah.
be
like you think
You know
about
what-
like our parents grew up with like being smacked by with a ruler in class. Look where they are. Look how control. Like you said that today. Oh no, I'm being
Well,
smacked, and then look how sensitive and soft they are.
some are still a bit.
No, it's none of our parents are going around murdering people and all that kind of stuff. And
And it kind of shows.
in other words, you're saying that children TV shows don't have a solid foundation like they used to. Like they teach you the solid foundation, what's right and wrong, and all that kind of stuff.
I've watched
Where
kids
now
shows
it's
now.
kind of like, here's Dora Explorer, and she's teaching you how to smuggle drugs from South America.
Right on adventure.
Swiping. But basically, yeah, it's TV shows from when I grew up. Yeah, it taught you basic foundations of what is right, what is wrong, what to recognize as bad, what is recognized as good. It's a basic foundation. You want to embed people with small bits of it, not like a whole bunch of crap at the same time. Because last thing you want to do is confuse.
Then you get
the child.
mixed signals of
you get mixed
what's
signals,
bad.
and if you're gonna feed them with so much of that information, they're just going to be confused as a child, which is worse because they're going to be grown up to an adult and be just as confused.
I think that's
And
where
they're
we're
not
at.
going to learn because they should know stuff. Like it's not bad. Like it's weird. The world's been weird.
Yeah, it's been a weird.
Hard to explain.
I know what you mean. It's they're not going to go start watching children's TV
Especially
shows
training and teaching and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, but if you chuck one of our shows on now, kids hate it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is garbage. I'm like, you're gonna learn something. Like, teach you an actual lesson.
I mean, it's like kind of funny when you think about it, 'cause that's how kind of our parents were when we were younger. Like, what are you? This is crap. Look at our kind of like, this is crap. It's like, you should be watching this. Like, and we're like, oh, that's boring.
Some of them work crap. Like,
yeah, but you go back and think about it and go, oh man, no, that was a good TV show. It's like even entertaining even the entertaining cartoons back then. Like, for example, Dino Riders. Dino Riders had like a message behind it. Sure, it was there to, part of the message was go out, buy these toys. But at the same time, it was like some of the other messages that were in it.
More like Magic School Bus.
Yeah, Magic
Captain
School
Planet.
Bus, Captain Planet. Captain Planet was an awesome one. They should bring that back.
yeah. I think it was
100%.
back for a while.
Like DuckTales. I grew up with DuckTales as well, and it was like, one of the message was, save your money and, don't be greedy, but, at the same time, you screw the duck.
The
But
Muppets
still,
back then too. They
yeah,
were
the
way
Muppets.
better.
Yeah, Muppets were
Now
fantastic.
they're like trying to get to the new people. Like they're trying to be cool.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Like,
I mean, you can't replicate the 90s and the 80s and that because people won't like it. Like,
It's just how it was then.
Yeah.
But-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They brought that back how many times, which is still
Unless it's
fantastic.
kept going, it just keeps going and going and going.
It just keeps
doesn't
going.
really-
Yeah.
it never hits the right spot though. Like, it's never going to be the same.
Yeah, but that's also because we're thinking back, going, all right, this is when we first saw it. That was fantastic. That was the feeling that we had when we first.
We got the ivory glasses on still.
Yeah, exactly. It's the rose-colored glasses kind of put on. And it's,
I reckon if we
Remember
watched our
berries.
shows back, we wouldn't like them now. I don't think. I mean, not as much.
Yeah, not as much. It's what you think of it. But even then, when like if you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you read back the original comics, they were kind of brutal. There was blood, guts.
Oh, yeah.
And, even in like the last bit of comics in the last couple of years, they killed off Donatello. They literally killed him off.
Damn.
Ninja Turtle comics. And even then, if you look back, for example, I think it was like, remember Transformers the movie? They killed a whole slew of like, Autobots. Then it was, if you really think about it, there was
2007 one, like the live action one?
2007. No. I'm talking about the original
OG
Transformers.
80s.
OG
I've never seen
80s cartoon. No, that you gotta watch that one. That's got like some 80s hair music, and then man, it's like You Got the Touch. That was like the song in that. There was the awesome bit where Optimus Prime just goes like, "That's it, I've had enough." Like and he just comes charging through. He's like charges through, like they've replicated that in the live action. It was that good. Where he
was in the last night or something. Like he was like,
he drives through like 3 or 4 guys, and then he just transforms midair, does a flip, and he starts shooting guys up and lands, and they just
that's pretty much what they did in the last night.
Yeah, that's because that scene was
awesome.
awesome.
The fucking dinosaurs, and then it's just like get the sword out, stabbing, and
it was. That was an awesome scene. Watch the original 80s OG Transformers movie. In that, a whole slew of Autobots died. Like, that was pretty, like, you'd never seen that, like, when, as a kid, you're like, characters never died. They got injured, they come back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Episode, they're all happy, hunky-dory. Movie killed them off. Like Ninja Turtles comics, like, they killed off fucking Donatello, like I said. There's lots.
Dragon Ball Z. Goku never really died. He always come back.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's
Vegeta died and come back.
Died and come back. Well, that's what the Dragon Balls were for. But
but like if that was like if they made it more real, they would have just been dead and just moved on.
Yeah. It's but like if you're a real big fan, like you did your research, you find out characters die all the time, and like movies, TV shows, comic books. But there was a lot of things that we remember as a kid, like, oh, they never died. There was the stories, but keep watching it. Once you get a little bit older, you start seeing those like, holy shit, he just murdered like 15 people.
That's why I like The Walking Dead. Like, people die. Like, people really die, and they're like, oh, that's a cool dude, dead. Oh, like you and Popeyes.
Yeah.
Does they're like, no.
I think but yeah.
See Glenn. Glenn.
But I was like, now we should get more back into. We'll get into our April shenanigans. All the April Fools stuff.
I was about to say, yeah.
So there's a few things that were actually things that like were April Fools jokes, memes, but they're actual stuff given out that you could actually either buy or or purchase, which was for I guess charity and stuff like that, which is pretty funny. So there was a few different ones I saw going around. So there was one I saw from, I don't know if you saw it, was from Jacksepticeye. He had the meme where he could get a coffee-scented candle. He did this whole video for April Fools. He's like, get your coffee-scented candle. It's like, wake up.
That was real?
Yeah, he actually has an actual site. You could buy actual top-of-the-morning coffee, top-of-the-morning hot chocolate, top-of-the-morning candle that's coffee-scented, and other top-of-the-morning merch. He's got a whole website. It's all part of charity, which I thought was pretty cool. You can actually buy stuff and then, it's actually reasonably, like, it's all US prices, but it's actually fairly reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, the candle was like, I think $30 or something like that. I mean, you got to convert
so like 40 something.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not too bad since the money goes towards charity as well. I'm like, that's pretty reasonable. You bag of coffee as well. Like, I'm like, fuck, that's pretty cool.
People love the coffee, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, that was pretty good. We had EV Games released their limited that one-day sale, which was the hat and the shirt called the Drip, which was basically their sale logo, like laid all over the shirt.
Yeah.
I ended up getting one of those, so that doesn't.
There's the shirt and the hat, as well.
So I just got the shirt myself. So
do you
remember
the
last
coffee
year?
Would, if you open the coffee, it goes.
With noise.
But EB Games last year they had the cologne.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
the cologne.
sales
You actually
cologne.
buy
Yeah,
the cologne, yeah. So the fundraise from that goes to the Starlight Foundation as always, which I thought that was cool. I'm like, well, I want to get the shirt, but then it actually helps Starlight Foundation as well, which I thought was pretty cool. There was Fortnite added the Stonks meme. If you remember that, you remember that meme?
Do
you know that one, Wookie? The Stonks?
Stonks. I probably, if
or
I
like
heard
the dummy guy standing there and it looks like the stock markets and it's shooting up and he's like,
yeah.
Stonks. They added that character into Fortnite as a skin.
I actually saw that as a what is it? You know the bobbleheads you can get. There was the stonks, like little statue you can get.
God.
Yeah, I saw that on sale.
Oh my god! But no, I was like, that's pretty cool that you can actually get that as a skin. You got the shirt. You got Jacksepticeye's coffee. This one, I mean, there was another one as well that I can't remember what it was. This one was a bit sketchy because I still don't know if this, because I mean, being April Fools, you never know if it's actually serious, or if it's like, because like sometimes they get that serious where it almost seems legit, but then you don't know, wait, is this legit or if it's not? But did you hear about the Aurus one that they did?
Aurus?
So it was it was the Aurus promo releasing their Model O tower, Model Zero tower, whatever it was. I don't know, it was on the website. It's like this orange tower, and they said
I think that's real.
Yeah, well, the tower I'm assuming is real, but for promo for April 1st thing, they were doing is the first 100 buyers would receive a digital pocket device that was basically a Digimon, and it came with the Aurus like character on it, and you could actually plug it up to the GPU and like feed it and take it with you and stuff like that.
That would be pretty cool.
And I'm like, but then they had like the first 100 buyers. I'm like, wait, is this actually legit? It looked legit. And I'm like, and it's one of those in the grey areas. I'm like, this is either legit or it's like fake. And I'm like,
I mean, was it called the Model O?
Model Zero or something like that? Model O or something?
Because that was out 5 days ago, so that's real.
Yeah. And then they announced after that, for the first 100 buyers to get like a Digimon type device.
So I guess that's real then.
So I'm assuming it might be real. But yeah, you could carry it as a little Aurus chibi and you could feed it like you would with any other Digimon device. I thought that's kind of cool.
There was the GeForce 4090. That was a joke.
Yeah. That's the years away.
Yeah, that's coming out very soon, guys. Same time you can.
The tower looks good though.
Last GeForce.
Oh wow,
graphics card.
that Aurus Digimon's real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. I'm like, wait, is it though or not? Because it's like it's so in that. But they said 100 buyers. So I'm like, well, I'm assuming that's actually legit.
But why'd they announce it on the 1st when they revealed it the day before?
Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a weird April Fool's gag, and then like, let's do an additional bonus promo where people might be legit, people might not be. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, but it sounded cool. So I think that's.
I mean, it's real.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
So yeah, you got. I'm assuming they would have sold that out real quick.
I'm trying to read into it. See if it.
Another one which I thought was pretty funny. Remedy Entertainment released a trailer for a PS1 version of Control. I don't know if you saw that one pop up online.
That's what Small Lands did. Like the devs for Small Land, they like it runs on the PS1. They put the graphics down to like 2-something p.
Oh, it was like the original like PS1 graphics, but they had built like the game basically. They had the whole bank heist at the start and everything like that from the game itself, but they rebuilt it in the PS1. You could see like they quickly done it because some of the mechanics weren't correct. So every character had their guns, but like they go to shoot, but the gun was up here, and they're going bang, 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 and everyone's doing it, and just like every character was doing it. It was so janky, but like it was pretty funny. I was like, oh my god, they actually built that though. They actually built a little demo PlayStation mini game to like run.
I get it. Cyberpunk was meant to come out April 1st.
Oh no!
Let's think of that.
God.
Oh no! I know Logitech announced a like little mini keyless gamer essential, which was a keyboard that only had WASD and a GG key, a space bar, and an exit button, and like it was like a minimalist keyboard which only had like 10 buttons.
You made playing essentials that you needed realistically.
Yeah.
So you couldn't play Ark on it.
Play Tarkov.
Couldn't play that. Oh yeah, it was essentially just
Tarkov.
Space bar. So it's minimalistic keyboard. I think there was the Ace. Who else? The Godzilla headphones.
Yep. Audio Technica.
Did they look cool?
Audio Technica.
Well,
they look cool.
It was basically what it was though. When I assessed the photo, I'll go through all these anyway, and I'll get all the images. I'll have reference stuff as always.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like the headset, but whoever had done the poster art for it, because like the headset was like in the city, and the city was like partly destroyed. But then the headset had like photoshopped on like the spikes from Godzilla, photoshopped to the side of the headset, and you could see they're badly photoshopped on. I was like, why can't they just make it like a one-off print line where it's like on there? Like they could have actually done a little bit more work. But I was like, still thought it was pretty funny. But I was like, oh, that was like.
So
a bit
are they real or
disappointing.
not? Are
The
they just
headset was a real headset to a degree, but the decal was fake.
Oh, yep.
The extra, yeah, which is a bit of a shame.
Dang it. That'd be pretty cool. Godzilla headset.
Godzilla headset was
And then they get a Kong microphone.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, Audio Technica with the Godzilla headset. It does look awesome. There was also like the Teletubbies Bitcoin.
Yeah, I saw that as an article.
It was the Bethesda body pillow.
Yes, where was that here? I got that here. It was the the article wrote. Hey, was that?
Me Rune's Dragon body pillow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, don't say it was Todd Howard.
Well, no, I was gonna say the article. I got,
Body pillow. That would have sold like
Oh.
hotcakes.
I got
Yeah.
I got the article here because the headline for it was
Literally, that would.
it was the
And
head.
the little hole on the bottom,
Oh no, for your microtransactions.
just on the other side.
You just put you put a couple of bucks in.
What was it here? The head.
Give it a reach around.
The head. Fuck's sake. The headline was straight from the Deadlands and into your arms. This American's Dagon body pillow will keep you warm this April. That was the headline for the article. It was like the promo for it. I was like, oh my god. And then they had like a guy and a girl hugging
If
it.
they did have the Todd Howard one, it's the body pillow that fucks you. You don't fuck it.
Why would we need that? He already fucks us already.
That's
Why
what
don't
I
we need
mean.
body pillow for it?
It has like a little strap on the bottom, and just-
Mention the razor. Oh,
So-
this one was funny. I don't know, I guess I don't know if you saw most of these posts anyway with what we got. Nintendo did one. I don't know if you saw it. Nintendo goes green. Mario Kart to feature electric carts going forward.
Oh no!
It's like what? It's like oh my god! Like
I did see the Subway coriander cookies.
yes, I got that one here. Subway promoted an all new coriander cookie to sink your teeth into.
Yeah, and there was the Dare I Scoffy Vegemite flavor.
Vegemite, yep.
And
That might be good though.
and also, if you're a fan of the bar GGEs in Melbourne,
Yes.
there was
Yes.
the
Bubble
beans
tea.
bubble tea. Yes, that
So
one.
what I got
was,
here, GGE's bar put up their own jokes as they made a special Heinz baked beans bubble tea was the headline I got from that.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't.
That was.
remember
But did you watch the full video of that? Did you watch the full video?
I like my baked beans,
No,
but
I haven't watched the full video of that.
So
yet.
basically, it's the. Well, there's a couple of bars around, isn't there? There's a couple of GGE's bars, isn't there? Or is it just one in
No,
Melbourne?
there's only one.
The one in Melbourne? Yeah.
The one and only GGEs.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Fantastic bar. And no, it's just the one. It's
'Cause I can't remember if there's other ones or not.
No. There's other gaming bars. Like there's one in Gold Coast.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Been there as well. Plenty of times. Fantastic bar. But yeah, GGE's is like top of the hit rest. It's the place that you go to for PAX
Yes.
always. It is it's fantastic bar, and they're famous for having alcoholic bubble tea. So you can get food there as well, but it's their drinks that pretty much are the the seller there. So to have a limited edition baked beans bubble tea, if you've had enough shots at the bar, I think anyone would probably give it a try.
That's if they're going to stick to it because I watched the video. I'll run through basically the premise of the video. So basically, you see out of all the Heinz beans flavors, she went with the barbecue, the smoky barbecue beans. I think if I was correct. They panned off with that. She pulls it aside. She has the cup, pours in the ice into the cup, cracks open the tin, pours the juice in, and of course the beans go in. Barely fits into the cup. She smushes it the best she can, like gets in there, shoves it in the tea machine. The label goes over it, smushes it. It doesn't fit in the cup.
I just watched it.
Yeah, and then she stubs it in, and she stubs it. And she starts sipping on it. And as soon as she starts sipping on it, she actually drinks it. She shoves the straw into it, starts sucking on it. And as soon as she starts sucking, she goes. Like, she tries not to throw up. Like, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. You see the expression on her face just almost go white. She's like, what the fuck am I doing? And continues with it and then sucks up. You see beans go up through the straw. It's just like, fuck me.
I can't wait for next year when they have something else.
So I don't know if they're going to actually try and sell that because it can become a big meme. They might try and do it. But
it'd be funny if someone orders it just for the hell of it. Like, I'll go to PAX and be like, I'll have the baked beans bubble tea, and someone would just be like, done.
Oh,
I'll have that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm still skeptical with everything going on. I don't know how things will go this year. Because I remember last year when we went to GGE's, like, that bar was packed. You were, like, up next to each other. Like, you couldn't get around.
After a couple of drinks, it's like a parting sea.
But I imagine that makes sense. But the way we're going this year with COVID, I don't know how those circumstances can work because even at the distance of there's no lockdown, so people still want to follow by the 1.5 meter consistently. They always want the 1.5. Everyone wearing masks. How are these things going to really exist? Because this year's still so
they just limit the people.
Like that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, they'll just limit people because they'll work off the square. Yeah, they'll work off the square amount of room that they have there, and then they'll say, "All right, we can only have a certain amount." They've always had a certain amount of people, like a certain
But it's really going to be done now.
Yeah, it's really going to be
done.
Even
worse.
But think of it this way: hopefully, by then, as soon as everyone gets the vaccine. Then it will get to the point where you're like, all right, back
next
to normal.
year, though, ish.
I don't think it's nothing till next year.
That's why with PAX,
probably even longer. Because I heard someone got blood clots from the vaccine. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, but you can get blood clots for taking birth control too.
Yeah, but this was from that. Like you got the jab and then got blood clots.
Well, there was the latest story too. Is like someone had. Yeah, was it the same guy? Someone was it yesterday or today?
I think.
A guy had side effects to it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in hospital or something. Like, damn.
Yeah. But they can treat it to a degree anyway. So.
Yeah.
And there's also different types of vaccines as well, and different types of vaccines.
I would say it's been rushed.
So, that's the thing. We're going to see how it goes, and it's not going to be it's going to be first responders first. It's being rolled out.
We're going to be the least amount. Like we're the last.
Yeah, we're going to be the last. So it'll be all the restrictions and stuff for us. It'll still be down the line. Hopefully by October. Everything should be back to normal, and restrictions should be lightened to the point where it should be like 1.5 meters. It'd be optional.
I mean, they're only doing 80,000 people a month. That's pretty damn low.
Yeah, well, PAX is actually doing a limited amount of people as well, so they're limiting the amount of people that can attend PAX this year.
Yeah, which wouldn't be much, I don't think. Probably 1,000 or something.
Yeah, and they'll still have it limited, and people probably still wear masks as well, being indoors. And
hopefully the Razor ones are out by then, so you can rock them in style.
RGB ones. I want if I end up going to PAX this year, which I'm still kind of like whether I get a ticket, whether I get accommodation, etc., whether
just keep an eye on it, cause
that's pretty much. It's like if I get a ticket, I'm going to put insurance on it, and then insurance
just in case of lockdown or
cancelled, or I can kind of go because if I put insurance on it, I can get back, get my money back and resell it. It's a what if. See how
just don't goes. Be a scalper.
Well, I gave
for the same price.
I gave my ticket away last year, so it's
$1,000. Anyone?
Yes. I gave my ticket away for free. No. For favors, no.
BJ's!
BJ Blaskowitz.
For a whole bunch of...
Lots of Blaskowitz happening there.
Well, all the Blaskowitz.
All the Blaskowitz. No, but yeah, we'll see how...
Here's
all the Blaskowitz. My God.
What's another one here? We've got another one here. It was kind of a retweet on a tweet on a tweet. Wait, it was like a weird tweet with this one, so... We all know how Kotaku's like these days. Kotaku's kind of
they
shit fuckers.
They like I think it is.
So they posted out being a bit of a stab at Halo. Did you see that tweet? Where they're like, so they posted basically going, Halo Infinite not being delayed, this year. As being like definitely not being delayed, and that's what they posted on April 1st as being like, it's definitely not being delayed. Being of course being a double negative, being no, it's mostly going to be delayed this year. And
I reckon it will.
Halo retweeted their tweet with a quote going, Where was it? For the latest official news on Halo Infinite, be sure to follow Halo. That's us right here on Twitter. Winky face. And they're like, don't. They like basically shut them down, going, don't try and be a smartass. Like, joke on April 1st, being like, kind of like, haha, back at them, but it's like at the same time, like putting them in their place.
It's not going to get an exclusive.
Yeah, that's basically that's what it basically come around to doing. It's like they just did it back. It's like, haha, guess what? This is not happening for you guys. Like, it's like put them in their place, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's just...
pretty much. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Exactly, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Another
saying that 2022.
You're saying, well, they still aiming for 2021, so they're still aiming for the end of this year.
At Cyberpunk, and next time they'll bring out like another AAA game, and people will be like, "Well, you gave us shit last time. Not gonna happen this time."
Exactly.
But it's
Bethesda's next game's gonna be like that.
Oh yeah.
I think Starfield's coming out this year though, at the end of the year.
Could be.
I just heard it.
Well, E3 is going to be probably I think it is
all online.
Yeah, online this year. So I'm not.
I mean, we should be getting a state of play for that soon from Sony. I think in the next couple of months, probably around the same June. Was it June E3's in? Or July?
I think it's July. But we'll see what happens. We were just saying it before. We're going to play it by ear this year. Oh Jesus! We're going to play this year by ear. We're going to see what happens. Like as I said, there's not that many games I'm excited for this year. As soon as E3 comes out and they start releasing,
because you're a PC gamer, bruh.
All the PCs.
Yeah,
we're PC gamers now. What are you talking about, Jim? We're PC gamers now.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jim?
Excited for,
all the PlayStation games and Xbox games are coming out on PC, bro. It's
because Returnal came out in 20
PC exclusive.
PC, bro.
That game looks dope. Have you seen Returnal? That game looks. Oh, it looks so good. It's by Housemarque.
Returnal, man.
All right,
you know? Yeah, just Housemarque. MARQUE. Housemarque. Just YouTube Returnal and it's like fast paced.
What else have we got here?
Third person.
Well, you Google that. Another one that gave out content as well was I played that the day before. House Flipper.
The day before.
House Flipper.
House Flipper.
They got in. They got it. Yeah, House Flipper, because I've been loving it lately, and they got in on the April Fools as well. And this was kind of cool, is that they added in the Kame house as a house you could buy, and you could clean up and do the make house.
Yeah.
And you go around the house and you collect the Dragon Balls and you put them in the thing and you can change the day or night circle.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, that's dope. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, and that's what's another thing. Like, I'm liking that people are actually not just making jokes, they're actually giving stuff out as the jokes, like actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's to buy or if it's like free or something like that. I'm like, that's pretty dope that people are actually doing stuff. What else was a few other jokes? So we mentioned Subway, mentioned their Domino's introduced their bread as a new replacement to garlic bread. That was another funny one. Another one that was I thought was a pretty it was a bit weird way. It was kind of like a promotion because the drinks had been out for a while, but Boost Juice tweeted out and joked that they were they took away their fan favorite Mango Magic while introducing the three new vegan flavors. It's just like, what?
Be pissed.
Oh, like that's kind of a shit stir there.
Oh no.
And was it you told me before? You told me about the you told us the Deathloop. Was it Deathloop cereal? Deathloop, like Fruit Loops knockoff kind of thing.
Fruit Loops. Yeah, the Fruit Loops knockoff.
Oh, like god damn it! So all these food gags. It's just like, could we have those? Can we just have those? Or can I like call up Domino's? Yeah. Can I just get cut like garlic bread, but it's without the butter? It's just bread.
It's just bread.
Cut the same way because that's how they advertised it. Like
it's deconstructed. You can get the garlic butter and you get the bread, and you can choose to put it on.
And you can drizzle it on or in between or.
Yeah.
Like, can I have those? What was another one? There was what was this one here? There was a few. Australia, like there was a few of the Australian ones with Boost Juice, Dare, Domino's, Subway. There was one joke I saw from kind of like, I guess, like a government kind of link. It was like, I don't know which local mayor it was from, or I don't know if they were mayor or soon to be mayor or something from somewhere, but it said, soon after becoming Lord Mayor, I added the koala as a new city emblem, and the koala joined the tree frog as a faunal emblems, and then today I'm announcing that the Brisbane's newest emblem will be the iconic ibis. And I had the bin chicken just chilling like on the thing. Like,
chicken.
I was like, wow, if we had a bin chicken as like one of our royal logos, we know who would be chuffed there for that one.
Right?
Oh no.
I was like, for fuck's sake, the jokes. I was like, there was a few others, but they weren't as funny. Like, there's some I saw from like New South Wales, like their Facebook pages. Like, there was the New South Wales police and like the police like Facebook pages were trying to get on the memes for April 1st, but they were like stale dad humor jokes. I'm like, I'm not even writing these down. Like, I could have gone them, but I'm like, these are so bad. Like, who's running their social media pages now? Like,
I think people have just been saving it up all year because they're like, all right, we've been stuck in isolation. Let's bring out some zingers, and this is the best they've got.
Like, some of them were related, like, they had the sense because they were kind of, like, in a way related, or you could tell they were April Fools. And some of them, they were trying to with just general jokes. And it was like, why are you putting out jokes on April 1st? That's not how April 1st works. Like, do you know how April 1st, like, the whole April Fools thing is? It's like, do you not know?
I kind of wish the Beardy Bros had something for Twitter. And
I know,
Insta.
we were just not onto it. Like, we should have had I should have done a joke where I could have photoshopped our faces with our beards. I could be like, oh no, we shaved our beards off. Next year! Next year!
Yeah, but you just said it.
No, they won't.
Yeah,
They'll
you've
forget
already
about
said
it.
it. You've ruined it.
I'll forget about it.
You've ruined it.
It'll be something else.
I mean, they can still do it.
Hair
They won't remember
transplants.
that.
No.
So yeah, who knows? Like, there's not anything we could do.
Right?
I mean, that's all I've got for fool stuff. But anyway, we're the fools now. We've got no more content. Nah, we've got plenty of content.
What do you mean?
What do you... We got content.
That's the joke.
That's
the joke. Ha ha! April Fools and you. I'm out of here.
To be fair, we've never got content.
Ow! I just knocked my shit over.
we've just got news.
That's exactly it. Well, news.
News is content.
News,
Content
news.
is news.
Our opinions are content.
I know that's exactly it. We got plenty of stuff. We never have nothing to talk about.
Hey, we went for 3 hours the other day, so...
I know, just talking shit. We've got plenty of stuff.
How long have we gone for now?
Hour and a half, nearly.
Oh, okay.
Oof. Hey, at
You're
least
like,
I'm on
do we
normal
have
time
book-
now. So
Oh, we got plenty.
midnight.
We got plenty of
We got
time.
heaps of content. That's
It's
the joke. Like,
it's Easter.
we got heaps. Anything is content. Like I said before,
We're
the
just
podcast.
spacing
Anything
things
is
out.
It's
Because one
Anything
week
is podcast.
nothing.
Anything is content. Anything is podcast.
anything
also,
is
Dev,
YouTube, RedTube.
I found out who's voicing Lola in the new Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya.
That was
okay.
trending on Twitter like recently. It's like, okay.
Yeah, well, that trailer dropped and it wasn't too bad.
yeah, the trailer. Yeah, it's. I
There was-
watched it.
I broke down the trailer. I broke
Still
down
prefer the original.
Someone made a meme and it's like Zendaya's resume at 24, so like this big long list. Someone's reading it like it was like a wrestling meme. Like the announcer, the big thing.
Oh, it's like, and the 10-weight heavy champion of the century, like kind of thing. It's like where they do the intro kind of thing. Played 20 other characters listing from Spider-Man. Oh god. No, well, I'll say that. Have you watched the trailer yet for the new Space Jam that dropped?
Yes, yeah.
So
yeah,
have you seen
I
a lot of
watched
the
it yesterday.
Okay, so there was a lot of it was the a lot of Hanna-Barbera characters as well.
Yep.
So
there was
a lot
also some Easter eggs in the background. Like you'd see Neo and Agent Smith. You'd see
Yes, you see
like
Morpheus
yeah, a
standing
lot
there,
of
the knockoff like
Morpheus.
characters.
Yep.
There was the new It character.
yeah,
like,
new
there was a lot of-
character. It was a lot of things because it's like apparently the internet. They're in the internet. or
Run by
something,
Don
so-
Cheadle.
Yeah, Don Cheeto. Yeah, it's
Cheeto.
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 Don Cheeto.
Ricky Chavez and Don Cheeto, they're the
Don
imposters. So it's like, you know how you have the lookalikes, the knockoff lookalikes, and they have like their bad, similar but mad names. So it's like, instead of Ricky, it's like Ricky Chavez, and it's like Don Cheeto. They're like
Don
the
Cheeto.
lookalikes, the lookalikes of them.
Oh god.
Oh.
Well, I do have to say the trailer was good, but
I'm iffy.
yeah, it's kind of like we'll see how it goes. Whether they're gonna just throw a whole bunch of stuff in it, just kind of go, remember this, guys? Or it's going to be like...
Well, the
okay.
biggest thing I pointed out from it when I looked at it is it feels like almost a 1-to-1 retelling of the original movie.
Which isn't good.
Like how
how
it kind of paced, like it's done. It's like instead of the thing coming through, it's still like
kind of
entertainment to a degree, but like it's the son like wanting to be more like it was kind of like that from, I guess, from the first one to a degree. It was more about him. I don't know. I got the sense it was about family
But the
and
first
stuff.
one was about all basketball. This doesn't look like basketball.
Yeah, it's about the family stuff.
It
but it
was
feels almost
aliens. It was the aliens invading, saying
from Entertainment Planet or whatever it was.
Yeah, Entertainment Planet. It's this time it was. You know,
Jim's gone.
Oh no, but no, I don't think it is 1-for-1.
It looks just how they done the trailer.
It seems like they've taken a few beats of the original, but it's what the.
Jim's a ghost. Ooh.
He's a ghost. Oh no!
Oh no! I just got to leave and come back. Hang on.
Just turn the camera off and turn the camera back on.
Ah, there it goes.
Oh, look at the high res detail on that.
You know what the?
Just turn the camera off and on again.
Oh no!
It doesn't work. I've tried that before.
Oh no! Technical difficulties.
there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
better.
I'm back.
This is what happens when you boost the server.
I don't. Yes.
I dropped my pen.
But I don't think it is like a 1-for-1.
Well,
It's
just-
taking some beats from the original, but we'll have to see until we actually.
Well, it's just how the trailer paced out, like how they did the trailer, because it was kind of like at the start where it reminded me when Jordan was a kid instead, where his dad was talking to him. It was kind of like now it's like LeBron was the dad talking to his son, but it's like about him more, and then it's like a different. But it's kind of like similar pacings, like it's similar but different, but it's just enough that it's kind of making you go, hey, this kind of feels like it's hitting that nostalgia button, like it's hitting that nostalgia, like it's like father son progression, alien invasion, like invasion twist, where instead of them coming more to here, it's they go to there, but it's the same kind of pretense, and it just follows sequentially along, and then at the end the big battle happens. Yeah, and then the whole fight happens, like the whole big event happens at the end of the movie, and that's it.
Remember, in the other one, they kidnapped a whole bunch of basketball stars.
And this time around, they've got to go up, but isn't it the same squad name they get? I can't remember what the squad name was.
It's the Goon Squad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Squad.
Yeah, it was like monsters that were, basketball.
It had like Medusa and like the wing guy and whatever it was, and like the mechanical guy.
Yeah,
I've got
like
the feeling
all
it's going to be like Justice League. It's going to be so rushed, at certain spots. It's just.
It has the same sense of like what the other one was.
I'm hoping they don't just make it all. What's the word?
Chuck it all in your face and go, this is here, this is here, this is here.
Yeah, well,
Two
things. One, it's like a big cash grab.
Ready Player
They'll
One.
try and be like,
Right.
like Ready Player One. It's like, oh, we're going to chuck all these things and people are going to be so excited because they saw it in the background. Or it's going to be like, so SJW.
Well, that's exactly like you got the whole start where you see that thing in the trailer where they're all rushing. It's kind of like Ready Player One, where they had that battle sequence where everyone invaded in Ready Player One. Where they had the Iron Giant. They kind of did the exact same thing again. You see Iron Giant stepping through, the dragon from Game of Thrones fly over, King Kong coming, and everyone's racing through on the cars, and everyone's like rushing into the main event. It's like that's kind of like the battle sequence. Like,
it doesn't mean making a movie good by throwing so many IPs in it that people go, oh my god, it has this. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie.
There's the Mask in it. There's the Joker as well, because there was like early leaks of characters that were in it. Like there's all kinds of characters.
There's way too many.
It's just like, look at all the IPs we own kind of thing. Let's just chuck in everything that we own into a movie. It's like, are you sure? Like, do you really want to do that?
It's like some people like Vegemite, some people like chocolate. You're not going to mix the two together and say it's a great flavor. By shoving all these other things in there doesn't mean it's going to be.
It won't beat the original, I don't think.
No.
It won't beat the original.
It never beat the original.
No, because the original was so unique on its own. It was like the Roger Rabbit of the 90s.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have... Well, Roger Rabbit technically was in the 90s
Considering
as well,
it's probably mostly in the animated world, like...
That's exactly it. And a lot of it's very on-the-nose references. Like, you see them, like, you flying through, you see the Game of Thrones planet. There was a planet that was basically Wizard of Oz, which I think... I'm trying to remember what other thing we saw before. There was another movie I seen where someone went through a wormhole or something, and then those planets that they went by, I can't remember what it was. It was basically the same kind of thing. Was it Ready Player One? When was it logged? It was a different one.
Yeah, Ready Player One had something.
The same
like
thing
that.
where they showed the different worlds or something through the server.
Yeah, Ready
and
Player
it
One
flew
had...
out. Yeah, it was Ready Player One. So maybe this what they're getting at here might be the same server thing that maybe they're making on the nose, like on the nose joke, because it was like this grid server they got into. This is almost the same kind of thing. Like it's the internet, yeah. It's the same kind of thing, and they're doing like everything's a world per se, and like maybe this is the grid before or whatever it is before Ready Player One's version. Maybe the internet. It's it's almost the same. That they had different planets that were different servers.
It better be a 2.5 hour movie, not something an hour and a half. Like it better be
kids movies, short, quick, done and over.
That's what I mean. That's way too many characters for one.
It's a kids movie. Like the whole point was a kids movie, and it's just got too much going on. The kids aren't even going to get references to. No. If they're going to do it, it should have been more relevant. But I feel like this is making. Feels like it's more
cartoon mainly. Like
well, that's the thing. Like it's Hanna-Barbera characters. It's Iron Giant stuff like that. Things that we grow up with. They shows that characters that we had. Like it's got It, for Christ's sake. That's not a kid's character. Not the version they show. That's the new version, which is an R-rated film.
Not with Matrix and Neo.
Like, they're references to us as adults. So it feels like they've made the film for adults, but then also it's meant to be a kids' film. It's like, but how do you balance this?
I mean, it comes out.
No. That's the thing. You can balance it because in the past they've done that for other movies.
Like it's always
okay. When you go back and watch certain cartoons. Or like The Simpsons, there's always two layers of jokes. There's the jokes for the kids, there's the jokes for the adults. They've done it for years, they've done it for decades, they've done it very well.
But this one,
they don't, they subtly do both.
But
which is what Space Jam's going to be like.
That's what I'm thinking, like, Space Jam's going to be like Justice League.
The thing is,
look at this, look at this.
But it doesn't feel as subtle because, it's Looney Tunes. What kids watch Looney Tunes these days? I don't think there's any kids in this modern age that watch Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I think the only relevant, like the last thing I saw recently that would be similar to Looney Tunes would be like Animaniacs, how they brought that back. And even then, that's for the adults because that's like 10 years ago.
And that's the other thing that gets me as well. It's the whole movie feels like it's more catered to us as adults than it is kids.
In a kid format.
Well, I can see what
it's good to take the kids to go watch it, but it's more for adults to watch.
Yeah, and I think it will be one of those movies where it will cater for the adults, and it will be good for something for the adults to go, oh shit, I can bring something for the kids, but it's actually for me. But the kids will still be like, oh my god, there's a rabbit. No, they won't know the characters' names. They'll just say rabbit, woman rabbit, boy rabbit, blah blah blah.
Well, we had, like I said, like with all the references
out, there's going to be cancel this, cancel that.
Well, no one's going to get half the references because, like I said, it's Hanna-Barbera. None of these kids know Hanna-Barbera. Like that's us. Like you're going to see
Fred Flintstones.
The whole sequence of Fred Flintstones, Miller Gorilla, friggin' the Jetsons. Like everyone was there. Like it's like Yogi Bear. Yeah, the Flintstones are in it. Come racing over the thing.
Yeah,
running through the little car.
Were there.
Jetsons are flying through in their little jet, and then you've got Miller Gorilla in the background there. You've got Yogi Bear go hoo hoo and like.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then a version of King Kong jumping through, and I was just like.
I just hope they don't include every fucking character because
they will. They will because
if that's an hour and a half movie or like 20 minutes, like.
Oh, there's so many characters. It's ridiculous.
You couldn't really build a story on that.
But the fact that they threw the It character in there...
You could. It's just they'll have to fill it with a lot of, like... It would be like every 5 minutes there will be a cameo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You get bored
100%.
pretty quick.
Well, depending how it goes. If it's going to be well written, if it's going to be presented well, edited well.
Is it original writer?
No, some new guy.
No, some new. Director's new as well, which is why the director made just like the rabbit.
He made all the changes, and they allowed it.
Yeah, they changed her.
Yeah, to him.
Instead of being, the way she was in the original, they've changed her up.
But the styles that they are based off is the new Looney Tunes look as well in general. They do match the new Looney Tune characters. If you watch the later cartoons, they are more similar to that than the original. So that's the other thing as well, because they did do that whole reboot of Looney Tunes to a degree, but it never took off.
Did the original Lola voice actor die or something? Like, why is she being replaced?
They've replaced a lot of the characters. That's the thing. They have a lot of the characters.
Yeah, it's for a movie. It's you want to bring in someone that's well known to bring in the act.
Put the names up on there.
Bring people. Yeah.
I actually like the LeBron as an animator. That looks so weird.
Yeah,
it did look weird, but that's like if I was animated or you're animated, would probably look weird.
No, but that's about for me personally. I don't watch animated things anymore. I just don't get the appeal anymore. I'm not 12.
I'm a weeb, so I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah, but that's different than a cartoon. Like,
yeah, that's true. It's hentai. I meant anime.
that's different than a cartoon that you did
That's different.
on a Sunday morning.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
We've got, like, for example, we've got
Oh yeah,
Speedy.
I watched Saturday morning.
I'm just looking at the names of these characters. We've got Speedy.
Tentacles and all.
Oh, for fucking tentacles.
No.
Who does he even do the voice of him? Who does this guy do? So for one, we've got like Speedy Gonzalez is voiced by Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah. Well, they'll bring a lot of well-known names to the play.
Because that's what sells the movie. Like,
it suits the movie.
On it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big budget movie. It's going to bring in like a lot of IP. They've spent a lot of money on the IP as well. They've spent a lot of money. The movie's been hyped up for how many years now?
You'll probably watch it and forget about it later. Like...
Yeah. But they'll bring in a lot of new voice actors for it, and it won't be some of the originals. It's.
I think Bugs the original because it sounds like it
Jeff
is.
Bergman.
Well, yeah, some will be iconic, but who knows if they can get
he's
someone
the original
to do.
Bugs.
If Elmer Fudd's not in there, in some capacity, if there's no Elmer Fudd,
they got Yosemite Sam. That was good.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I did like you shoot this ball and he starts shooting it with the pistols. Yeah, that was like classic Yosemite Sam. But see how it goes. I
just hope they get the personalities to match. Like, I mean, that kind of did. Like, but he didn't say anything, he just shot.
No Elmer Fudd.
What?
No Elmer Fudd.
They might bring him in the background. Who knows?
You can't have Bugs in it.
Yeah, and so plus IMBD won't show everyone until the movie's played.
Because they still wouldn't know, really.
Yeah, exactly. The trailers only come up. They'll only show everyone that's been in the trailer so far. They won't show everyone that's been in the movie till the movie does actually play.
Like, if you hear the voice, put them on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we don't know. We're still speculating. We're still guessing. We can't. We can assume. We can guess, but we can't confirm anything until we've seen the movie. Yeah. Until we've seen the movie, we can't speculate. We can only speculate.
Why could they done a sequel again with like Michael Jordan? Like have him come back.
It would be nice.
He's an old man.
Yeah, but have a continuation come back and it's not basketball, but like tied in that he helped him the last time around, and have him come in and be like, because Looney Tunes only would remember Michael Jordan because he helped last time, so they come back. Something goes wrong, they come back to get him, and then it's like, oh wait, you're old now. What's happened, kind of thing, and then going, okay, let's do something. He gets some team, like goes, how about we get some people together? Might have gotten LeBron James in on the thing. Okay, hey, maybe you might help stuff like that. Then let's go to their world or something like that to help them out. And then LeBron like, what the hell's going on here, kind of thing. Brought them across, then did stuff in their world because he's too old now, but he's like the coach now, basically. Yeah. And then he coached the team and had some new players in and did it that way.
Sequel we should have got like that way, but we got what the director wanted.
Yeah. Well, who knows? He might make a cameo.
Exactly.
He could make a cameo.
So there's plenty of ways that you could do sequels. There's plenty of ways that could have been done. There's plenty of ifs.
Yeah.
What ifs?
Like I said, we're only speculating. We're only guessing. We're only assuming that this could have been a better way.
In a couple of minutes. So.
But if they don't, but I want to know if they don't acknowledge in this movie, if they don't acknowledge the first movie at all in this movie, I will be upset.
Was Marvin in there?
Marvin the Martian's apparently in the movie.
Yeah,
he's in the trailer though.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in the trailer, but he was credited because I had the voice actor, and he said he does that, and that. I think it's definitely
probably there for like a brief thing.
So so if they don't acknowledge the events, if they don't acknowledge, be like, this is something similar that happened in the first time round or something like that, like, because it is like a whole type again, being they've bringing it back a new basketball team. Like if they don't acknowledge that first movie or make reference to Michael Jordan in a sense, I'm gonna be like, come on, you could have at least acknowledged like a nod to the first movie.
Yeah.
Because that was big.
We'll find out later in the year.
Well, they'd have to, so that means they can make money from people actually renting out or wanting to watch the original movie. That's why you always hint the first one.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, but I would have shown probably a quick thing of Michael Jordan, like to say that he's in there.
To tie it in even more, like, oh, he's actually in there. I'll go see it to see what part he had, kind of thing.
Well, like I said, it would have been. They'll probably have a
the
cameo
in there.
Yeah.
Who knows? We're still months away from it. Things can change in that time.
Yeah, they could make
Just look at Sonic.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. They changed Sonic a lot.
That's the thing. People complain about Lola, but no one changed her. They changed Sonic.
Yeah, but Sonic was completely bad though. Like
So
he was
this
completely horrendous. This isn't as like it's disappointing, but it's not like horrendously bad. That's completely different.
Yeah, that thing looked creepy, didn't it?
That Sonic was way retarded. Like it was freaky.
He looked too human.
Yeah, they did ruin Lola, especially if you're a furry. You just ruin their sex.
Wookie said.
The people who is if anyone watches Flash Gets,
Oh god.
you're familiar with that? It was one episode where they did like the 40K Marines are interrogating a furry, and they're like, oh, interrogating on how did furries become furries, and it's like they kind of say check up Lola Bunny, and it's like. They go into it and check up Lola Bunny, and it's like the photo of Lola Bunny. It's like, she's not that hot, kind of, and they just keep flicking through. It's like maybe she's a little hot, and it's like silence.
It gets worse. The further goes, just baits
it gets
worse.
So
yes, it's yeah. And by the way, watch Flash Gets. It's fantastic.
It'd be interesting to see if the mask was, because you said the mask was in that.
Yeah,
trailer.
I think it was in the trailer because another mate pointed out the mask, and I was like, "What?"
I hope they're not voiced, because Jim Carrey better do the fucking voice.
No, they're all like cameo drops. They're just characters that are just standing around and just being like, little like, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be in the background. You'll see them, kind of like, what's that movie? The
Ready Player One.
Yeah, Ready Player One. You'll see
that
it.
was subtle though. Like they were subtle things. If they force these into your eyeballs, because there's a lot of things in that trailer. I missed probably most of them.
Oh, there's a lot.
I watched the breakdowns of it, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what's here. You don't notice it at first glance, but when someone points it out, yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. So
I'll watch the breakdown later then. Because I didn't even see the mask. I didn't see Neo or no one.
Yeah, I only saw him when I saw the breakdowns. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was mainly fixated on all the Looney Tune characters.
I was on my phone. I was looking like I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, I ended up streaming the trailer. I was like, oh my god, it's happening! Quickly flicked over and streamed it.
Like I love the first one too much. I don't really want to watch the second one.
I'll watch the second one, but I'll be disappointed if they don't have any nods to the first.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna watch the first one and kind of like go, all right, I still prefer the first one. I'll be set my ways and be like, first one.
Like it had Bill Murray. Like fuck. Like.
Oh man, if they don't have Bill Murray in the second one, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that helped make that movie because his character was great in that because he played himself. So
that's what good sequels have. Like they've got people from the first or the second to the third. Like they've brought things back in to tie it all together. But if this, I'm hoping in some, like even just a name, like just mention them, like just say like Jordan or
this is what happened last time when Michael Jordan helped us out, or
or it's like
acknowledge that the first movie still existed. Like this is where we've come since the first movie. So
maybe.
Who knows?
I'm hoping they don't do like an Avengers thing, like this whole universe now.
All I'm thinking right now is the soundtrack. How the soundtrack's gonna be? Because remember the iconic song that was in the original?
Slam. Everybody jam.
No, not that one.
Which other one?
I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh, I believe I can fly.
Yeah, that one.
That was at the start of the movie and it was at the end of the movie.
Yes, and that was the iconic song. If they don't have an iconic song for the sequel, then
it's probably modern day pop or something.
Yeah, something like that. Either they'll take the original and just mix it up, or they'll do something like completely different and say this is the the song for the soundtrack, and it'll be something like
A better fit.
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a fit for that. But it's not as iconic as I Believe I Can Fly. That was a fantastic song. Yeah, I want to watch that and a whole bunch of other classic movies.
And Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max, Space Jam. For some reason, I'm thinking Blues Brothers.
I mean, when you said about the space, I'm still waiting for that Starship Troopers. They've been talking about it for ages. That TV show is coming with the original cast.
Oh.
But it's got Casper Van Dien. It's got Neil Patrick Harris back and everything.
Have you seen the sequels? Like the third one that came out? They had the giant mechs and they had Casper Van Dien in it. And
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
bad, but it was
the second one is the weird one.
Yeah, the second one was terrible. But because
it's a good movie by itself, but not when you line up 1 and 3.
yeah, exactly.
Like, where's Rico? How's there a bug?
No, it is actually in the lore. Bugs can actually
go. It comes out of nowhere. Like that first movie is just a war, and then it's like this one little thing, and then a war.
Was still the war happening. It was like an isolated story, and that's how they did it. Which kind of leads into it. It kind of explains like the third one, because there was the bug inside the guy. And
I want to see the animated one, the fourth one.
Oh, the one on Mars. One? Yeah. The anime type one. Yeah, that one was good. What else? There's also
a game coming out as well, man, on Steam. It's an RTS, Starship Troopers.
Oh, nice. There was
soon.
I played the original FPS on PC.
That's been pretty damn good though.
That was an old game. Marauder it was called.
I'm trying to find it. Can you still get it?
GOG. I think it's on GOG.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, try GOG. That's most likely.
Steam would have had it.
No. If it's like an old school game from something like 90s from 2000.
Yeah, I've got the Hercules game on Steam for like $1.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be on Steam, but I would say it's on GOG. Like old classic games like Crusader, that was a classic. Or like Fallout 1 and 2, they were on GOG. You can get them on Steam, but that's
you can get the bundle 1, 2, and the third one they did.
Tactics.
There's 3 of them, I think, for like $10. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Fallout Tactics.
I was tempted, but I don't know if I can handle a game like that now.
Oh,
because I never played them back then. So
this is interesting. So I just went into Google and typed in the Space Jam 2 cast. I don't know again if this is because each one has different IMDb, has their little shorts. Everyone has.
Which
so this one here, this Google has one which has basically the same as listing as what IMDb has, but then we've got Steve Harvey listed on here, Jim Carrey listed on here. And then there's a couple others as well. So it's like interesting that Gary Oldman.
What the fuck?
And apparently Lawrence Fishburne's on the list as well. But I mean he wasn't. But when I saw the cameo of Morpheus and the thing, it was someone else. So I don't know. It's weird. And then they had like Christopher McDonald as well. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it doesn't mean they're playing like the Morpheus.
No, but it's interesting that like some people have different stuff for their own. But like this has basically got the same basic listing, but a few extra additional. So I don't know if this is
but IMDb is not official until
no. But this is Google's one. This is Google's as well. So
that's probably made by like what we did. Like
so it's interesting that they have, So it'd be interesting to see how that plays. Whether we get any of this stuff.
But I still want that Starship Troopers TV show, Gears of War movie that's still being done.
Yeah.
I hope Batista is playing Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, so he didn't want to be in the sequel. Okay.
Who?
Michael Jordan.
No, because it's trash.
He did not agree to star in the sequel. He didn't want to star in the sequel.
Don't you dare say anything bad about Michael Jordan.
No, he's probably thinking the movie's trash. He's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
So originally,
or he's like gone. He's like, I'm too old for this.
Well, originally, what it was going for is
not that old. He's like in his 50s, probably.
Yeah, to play competition basketball again after the last Space Jam was like what 20 years ago.
Yeah, ago? Less than that.
Yeah,
it's not that old.
Yeah.
I reckon he just either the script was trash. He's like, nah. Or
yeah, could have done that, or not enough money. Or he's just retired.
Well,
he's just like, I
it might have
just
been the
don't wanna
original
do any
script
of this.
because
He's
it
in
says
ads and shit now. Like he's doing ads and everything.
well, what's it here? The original script was meant to be the enemy villain was meant to be Berserko.
Who the fuck?
Berserker?
Yeah, that was the original script, like the
Why
original.
does the thing end in O, like Starro, Berserko?
Well, that's just DC though. That's just DC though.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, it's just DC though.
yeah.
Though.
And
Endo. So yeah, it's interesting. I
Oh,
was trying to see what I
God.
could dig out of it, but there's nothing.
I mean, ever since I've seen that second Suicide Squad trailer, I'm so keen now more than the first trailer.
No, the first trailer was still good for me. It was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
the second
still-
one though, they put up that extra little bit, like, ugh.
Well, they've got Starro in it, which is a well-known villain.
I never heard of him until that trailer.
No, well, if you've watched the Justice League cartoons,
Never.
Mm.
Seen it.
Starro does show on that. He shows up in one episode.
I'm a Marvel dude.
Yeah, I'm both. Like, both still have merit. Like,
I don't like
I-
the new DC.
eh,
They cancelled 2 movies that were going to fit into like their DCEU. Like they just cancel it.
oh yeah, that was the Snyderverse.
Oh, actually, that was
I mean,
I remember that
If
now.
we can get that trending on Twitter, do you reckon that would actually happen? Like we wanted, the gun cut for Suicide Squad?
Who was it? The other
gun
guy.
cut.
No, it's the
Remember
other
the
guy.
gun cut for something?
No,
wanted?
who
We
did
spoke about it last week.
Aveas for the first Suicide Squad movie, because he directed it and done it his way, but then they had to change it for what?
Who made it again? Snyder.
no.
Yeah.
No.
No, what? Snyder? Gun.
Avia, whatever it is.
Oh, David Ayer. The
Ayer?
Ayer cut.
Yeah, they wanted the Ayer cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, but we
it was
should have
James
had a
Gunn
gun
partly,
cut.
but it was Ayer because he wanted to do a different way as well. But then it was Warner Brothers wanted to go, no, we wanted this ending and this do this, and then he'd go, okay, fine. But he had a whole completely different cut.
But you
as
can't
well.
really do that now because this sequel, the Suicide Squad's a sequel. So you
And you
can't
can't
change
change the
too
plot.
much
It's
unless-
explained by James Gunn. It's not a sequel, but it's not a prequel. It's not.
It's a side off kind of.
No, but it's after
it's
the
kind of
photo.
its own thing, but not. That's his best explanation I've heard. It's
It's not a direct
Yeah.
sequel, but it's basically a sequel, but not a direct sequel.
Mm.
yeah, something like that.
It's based
Yeah,
sometime
that's-
after the first, and it's just kind of like it's set in the universe. It's set sometime after the first movie, but it's got no events tied to the first movie.
Yeah, because they wanted to bring back Will Smith again, but they
But
couldn't.
he was like, no.
Yeah, he was.
I think he doubted the second. Like the
Well,
this new one.
after the problem with the first movie, he's like, "Do we want to go through that again?"
Well, yeah, there
Because
was
then,
issues with the first movie.
And then
yeah.
the time it took them to get the second movie rolling to it took a little while. There's a bit of hiccups here and there. I think that deterred him as well with all the hiccups because he was supposed to get
Yeah.
his own movie as well. And I think that might have deterred him when they declined his own movie. He's like, well, do I want to turn back for that as well? If I'm getting my own movie turned down, they cancelled that. So I think that might have deterred him as well. It's like, well, I had my own movie set. And now I'm not even doing
I mean,
that.
we got
So
Bad Boys 3 out of it.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
So.
He did Gemini Man. As
So he did
well.
that's exactly it. So I think they might have balanced around. He goes, well, I'm doing these instead. I want to focus on stuff that I can actually do projects on, that I want to do, than stuff that are a maybe.
I mean, I'm keen for August because that Suicide Squad movie is gonna just
Mid-year,
off, I think.
mid-year. There's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff coming
Suicide
mid-year.
Squad's going to be good.
yeah, it's like August 6th or something. Ooh. That's not that far off when you think of it.
Yeah, no, not really, not for this
It's only
year.
4 months away.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's Suicide Squad's going to be badass.
I'm
It's-
hoping the game drops around then, like that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That game looks so good. I mean, it was only a CG trailer, like I think it was in game. Some
We
of
need to
it.
see
but,
more of that eventually too. So
I think E3 maybe around that time we might see more because of this
Yeah.
movie.
maybe,
It makes sense because it's got King Shark and all that in it. Like,
but it's gonna be completely different.
how
As
are
well.
lining up? Like, they've got the same
But at the
characters.
same time, you have the same characters, but you don't want to be promoting it around the same because then people are going to get the misconception that it's going to be like the movie, and then people go, "Why is it not like the movie? You got the same characters," and then it creates this
I mean,
whole
reckon the
kerfluffle, and
game
people get
really-
confused, and people get like, "Well, you should have been like the movie because it's like that," and then people just get confused, and it's just like, yeah. So if they keep
Yeah,
them, I
that's
guess,
when you-
separate.
That's because they're not fans and they don't get they're two separate things.
Well,
One's a
People are
Rock-
retarded.
Rocksteady game.
people. I mean, people are getting mad at this new bloke for playing John Walker, who's the new Captain America. People have been sending in death threats.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He's Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, that's why it looks so familiar.
Yeah, he's Kurt Russell's son.
Oh my
Goldie
god.
Hawn, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn.
I just can't accept
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
Like that's the way it's going. Like he's a fictional
He's
character.
in the comic book. He's
Like
actually
yeah.
an original. He's not an original character. He's in the comics.
Yeah.
He's Agent 47.
Oh, what? Hitman?
No, I'm just joking. But he is Agent. He
Whatever
is
it was, yeah, he's a
Agent
soldier.
out of
And
Yeah.
it's just like people just get so
he is out of the
weird.
comics.
Like he's a character that already existed. They're not making up a new character doing new things. Like it's an actual character. That's why they killed off and they said like he's not coming back because they got a new person playing Cap. And where Falcon and the Winter Soldier's going, like it's gonna make sense of what they're doing.
It just continued on, so
It's passed on to the new mantle. So
Anyone who's getting butthurt about that obviously doesn't read the comics.
it's because they're butthurt. Well, they don't read the comic, but they're butthurt because it's not Chris Evans. Like they like Chris Evans.
I've never
They got
read
a new
the
person
comics,
playing it,
and
but
that's
like you got to understand there's a difference between realism and a fictional piece of work. Why do people get mad at characters that are fictional characters? Like, why do people keep sending death threats to fictional characters? Like, they're an actor. They're doing their role. They're getting paid for.
I mean, I'm pissed Iron Man's gone.
It's just like... And then what's going to happen there is whoever takes over the mantle of Iron Man, who becomes Iron Woman or Iron Kid or something like that, they're going to receive death threats. It's going to happen again.
It's always Tony Stark, so...
Well, in the comic books, it continued on. Someone else had it. That's the thing. It happened in the comic books.
Fictional character.
So, someone else is always going to take up the role, so...
Yeah.
It's always going to happen. It's they're going from the comic books. They're introducing a lot of the characters.
I reckon it'd be War Machine, wouldn't it, in the actual Marvel one? Like the...
No, they actually have someone, like an actual female take up the mantle as Iron Man or Iron Woman. Whatever
There's multiple Iron...
No, so it's that one that was that that lady. I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Not important.
I never really read it, but
There's multiple ones that took up the mantle of Iron Man afterwards.
I just hope they don't bring it in too soon. Like,
no, it's
straight away.
paced out a little bit more. But the way they're
At least
going, they've already started setting up the Young Avengers because they're already bringing in characters that are already the siblings of other characters mentioning. So
Okay, so what they've got planned is they've got War Machine having a new series called Armor Wars, which is coming
that
out.
makes sense, though.
That's coming out soon, and it's kind of like a whole bunch of other guys that have Tony Stark's tech, which is, having the Iron Man armor. We've got War Machine kind of, doing the whole, what Tony Stark used to do is make sure no one else had the same tech. You've also got Hawkeye, which is coming out, which will be around Hawkeye and his new protege, which will be Kate Bishop.
which is his daughter,
Which is and she'll be the new Hawkeye.
It's just dropped in the game as well.
Yep,
Like
she
Kate
just
Bishop
dropped in
and
the
Hawkeye.
game. So they'll have that. They're not going to have a new Black Panther. They've done it officially, so they've got that working out.
There's that second movie coming
different
out.
character. It'll be a new character they'll bring in, which is the sister being her actual character, if anything.
Yeah. They said she's going to kind of take up the mantle at least because she's going to take over.
Because she has her actual character in the comic books.
Well, she's royalty, so she literally has to.
So
they've got also what else planned? The new Black Widow movie that's coming out soon. And she's got like a sister in that. I don't know what they'll do with her, but they might bring her into it. There's still a lot of stuff, especially that's unfolding in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because if you've been catching up on the series, they've got like a bunch of super soldiers running around,
which is kind of like a stab back at Killian with how he had his super soldiers.
What?
Like kind of like a throwback to. Oh, it's just a lot of Steves. What? A lot of Steves. Well, it's kind of like a stab back at. Yeah, I was going to say it's like a stab back to Aldrich Killian because he tried to make super soldiers in Iron Man. And it didn't work out, and there's like a sense of like where they were trying to go with soldiers, kind of like a throwback to that, in a way, but it's a new...
he was using a different version of it. So in...
That's all relevant. It's all relevant of where they've been going. That people have been trying to do super soldiers again, and now a different.
Yeah. That's why the Hulk is also a different version of the super soldier serum, except using gamma rays. Thunderbolt Ross was always been behind the super soldier program, and that's why he's done stuff like the Dark Avengers and so on and so forth. Like they brought in Zemo. Baron Zemo,
which is so cool.
he's in it, which is in the last episode that was played. There's like a scene in a nightclub, and he starts dancing, and it's like so cringeworthy, but so good. They've got was that Sharon Carter? She pops up in the latest episode as well. There's theories that she's like the Shadow Broker.
Yeah, well, they're pointing towards these news, which kind of hinted at that one scene.
So they've got like super soldiers running around. There's a lot of stuff that's happening.
There's a lot that you need to catch
like
up on. They're doing really good. They're doing really good.
Yeah, and they've done really well jumping off like the last the Scarlet Witch kind of storyline that just happened. It was a nice pace now.
Well, it's interesting how they've done it, because that was like Scarlet Witch was like this little mini family TV show, kind of like sitcom style, like mini episodes, which then went serious. But then you've got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which are like near an hour long episodes. So we've got like mini movies every week coming out. Well, it's just like
I thought originally it was going to be a movie, and we'll just sit down, watch it. Falcon Winter Soldier,
like,
but now it's like and then they turned it into a series, and I didn't know it was a series. I thought it was just a movie, and it's better
like
now.
3 movies, basically the length of 3 movies in one, and it's really good because it's in that movie format, like how it's written, acted, played out. It's not humorous how WandaVision was, and how half of WandaVision was, and then it was like, oh boom, here's this, but if you add it all together, it was only like 2 hours long, if that. And this is for Falcon is like going to be like at least 5 hours, 6 hours long once it's all together. Like
if not longer.
Out of it. Yeah, there's heaps in it.
Yeah, there's heaps in it, and it's nice that it actually drops a lot of comic book lore. Like there was a African American Captain America after Captain America.
Which
like when Captain America was in the ice, it was a part of the Super Soldier Serum, and he actually they go visit him, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and he gets angry, and you can literally see. Throws the box, and you literally see that he still has the Super Soldier Serum in him. He's still just as powerful. And in the comic books, his son
Squad of 5,
is actually becomes part of the Avengers
and
as well.
Exactly, he's actually got his character listing name in there as one of the characters, which he's part of the Young Avengers. So they're already starting to set that up. So they're getting there kind of now, but it's going to be a little while down the track. And I don't think they're not necessarily going to be as young as the Young Avengers were, because the Young Avengers, how they always try to do it, was they were more kids, and it was kind of like that kid audience to try and introduce.
You mean
people.
Like Teen Titans?
Yeah, but these are like actually older characters. Like they're in either teens or they're in their like early 20s. Like they're actually a lot older of characters. So they're going to be like the new fresh faces, but they're actually going to be a lot more older, a lot more mature, and you're going to see a lot more responsibility from these characters, which is going to be good. So.
Oh, you mean like Spider-Man, where they're still growing, they're still going for the motions.
Exactly. So we'll
still
see
not
him
fully
like
developed, but it's nice to see their journey.
Which where we're going with that sense, because by the time it's set older, by the time I guess when they start becoming the Avengers per se, we'll see Spider-Man being a lot older, and then we'll start seeing the integration of Miles Morales come into it as well, because he'll be younger again, and it's kind of like that transition over where everything's kind of like the mantle's taken over, like he passing it on the torch. And that's where it's going to
but we haven't seen that Marvel's set up Miles Morales. They've focused on Miles Morales in the games and in the animated, but not in the live action. It's still down the road.
That's exactly it. Like there's that sense that it will be later on, because we're set a couple of years in the future now. Like we're actually in the future where Marvel's setting, so everyone's older, and we've already made reference to where we've seen his uncle.
Well, Peter Parker's still in high school.
Well, exactly. He was, but he got blipped as well, so he kind of avoided that because he was gone for like the 5 years. But then everyone else is older now, and he's like kind of left in the age difference where he's still kind of in high school. Everyone else is not now, I guess. They kind of were. Is weird.
Was it 5 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 5 years. The blip was 5 years.
Yeah, it was 5 years.
But like you see earlier on in was it the first movie? Yeah, I think it was the first movie where they showed like I said, they showed Morales' uncle. So they already
which was Childish Gambino.
Yeah, so they already made reference that they've already stapled that he will show up at some point by having him there. Yeah, like that there will be a reference at some point. So everything's pre-planned ahead, so they got it all set up for when it's going to
Yeah.
get there.
It's nice to
And
drop
that's where
those
the
little.
DC EU fucked up.
So that's exactly. So it's gonna.
Well,
Exactly.
bring back the
That's
Snyder
here,
cut.
movie here, movie here, movie here, movie here, movie here, movie here. It's like,
Well,
So,
the new Batman movie that's coming out, it's
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
a-
set in World 2. It's not going to be a part of the Snyderverse. It's actually going to be a part of another universe.
Yeah, they always do that. But that's just
so-
DC because they always try to make their expanded universe, which is the whole multiverse. DC
Which-
stuff always try to focus on their multiverse a lot. There's always those crossovers because we've seen it with the TV shows where they crossed over like the Flashpoint live action, which crossed over with the live action Flash, like, they have
Movies,
the actual
yeah.
movie Flash and stuff. Like they always focus on Flashpoint. Like they always, for some reason, DC always focuses on the multiverse a lot, a lot on it. Like Marvel
Which I
has
reckon
multiverse as well, but they never
Snyder's doing a
focus.
Batman movie with Affleck. I bet you.
I wouldn't be surprised if he would do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, the smart thing about focusing on a multi-universe kind of thing, because if you fuck up with one movie, at least you can say, "Oh no, that was universe."
Well, that was like that with
32,
X-Men, how they recorrected X-Men.
That's fine. We'll refer back to that later because it didn't make so much money. We'll just make something new and refer
That's
this
just
as
being lazy. Though.
with
That's just,
World 3.
Well, that's how
or
DC Comics
World
have always
4.
kind of been a bit with their comics. It was a bit
at
like
least
that.
Marvel are planning it out. They haven't.
Well, that's that they plan ahead so they know what they're doing. So if they make anything, they can try and go, okay, this is where we're going. If we change it here, they can make it make sense.
Because I
Why this thing
reckon
happened
Marvel,
here
like the writers, are probably in 2030 right now, already writing stuff for there and beyond.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they've definitely
yeah.
planned it ahead. Everything pinpoint story. Everything has like especially like making like we'll look at the Black Widow movie. There's more than like then they're introducing Taskmaster.
I mean, I don't think Marvel go to another 10 years. I don't think.
Oh,
really.
they can go for a fair while with these movies. Look how long they've gone already with these
I'm
movies.
kind of
Like,
getting sick of it now. Like, to get
just,
three
yeah, but that's
movies
the
a
thing.
year.
Just because you're getting sick of it doesn't mean everyone else is. Like that's the thing as
No,
well.
but
Like it's
there's
making money
too
for
much
them.
Marvel. There's too much Disney at the moment.
Well,
It's one of those things.
well, yeah, Disney's behind it, so they got the money behind
They're
it.
making
That's
the
probably-
money.
That's one of the reasons why DC hasn't caught up as well. One, they don't have the money behind it like Marvel does. They can afford to plan 10 years ahead.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
done a good
DC
movie with
fucks up because they want to see
Aquaman.
the money now rather than going, all right, look, we need this. We'll pay off down the track, which is one of the reasons why Snyderverse worked out so well because it was well planned, well thought out. He put his own time and effort into it rather
He's
than
about for
listen to them.
years. So.
Yeah, he worked on it as well in his own time to
And
get
then
it
he
done.
got to come back to refilm what he wanted
And
to
now it's
film.
come back, and now there's even more interest in it because of it. And then all they have to do is turn around and say, "Oh, actually, maybe we should,
Yeah, that
sort
was
of
going to be
go."
a trilogy, but that's
Yeah.
canned. Like,
Yeah.
he said it's not going to be a trilogy now because
Well, it might happen because they've
they
sales.
fucked him over. No,
Well-
he's actually cancelled it.
Yeah, well, one of the things they kept on doing is you could probably see it go, "Money, please," and they expect a big payout as soon as it came out. They went, "Oh yeah, this is going to be great," and then when they didn't see it, it's like, "Oh well, why?" And it's like, well, one, you didn't give him time, you didn't give him.
We already heard the whole
Batman's
story.
been
What,
You
like,
wanted
we
to
already-
rush it, do all
yeah.
this kind of stuff. You bring in
And-
another director, it's a
That's
different
exactly
cut.
And
And-
everyone already knew there was a cut. There was a Snyder cut before they finished doing the other cut. So
Yeah,
like, there was already talk of
exactly.
it. So that already go.
Yeah,
well,
they-
we're not going to see this cut if we already
Yeah.
know there's a Snyder cut. We know there's a script there. Like, why are we going to
Yeah.
want to see this? And then people watch it anyway. And this is stupid. We want to actually have what you had scripted out already. Like you've got all there. It was already filmed. It was already cut. You just pushed it aside and did a different cut. Like.
Yeah, and they turned around and went, "Money, please," and this is what happens. And like that's you have to think long term. You got to give them time and money, time put into it and see it long term down the track. And that's what they did. Iron Man, like the very first Iron Man, they set that up. They only give it a small budget. They did.
Yeah, but the first one was that Hulk one. That
Eric Banner.
Yeah. And that didn't
Hulk,
work out first as well.
Yeah,
they
they
ended up
fucked up there,
making
and
the
they're like,
second one.
Iron Man onwards went good.
Well, that
Like
was
that-
from the second one. Yeah, the second one with Edward Norton.
Edward
that
So
was
actually,
bad.
that was actually part of the MCU universe. So that actually is part of the universe.
Yeah, that failed bad. And they're like, we got to change it. And then they did Iron Man and
Well, so early
And-
on, they didn't know what they were doing.
well, Thor was a bit. The first one was good. Then it went a bit. Yeah.
Iron
Well,
Man just worked. So
How many
And then Ragnarok was good.
Fantastic Four films did they go through? So they realized that they were
Can't
doing
do
it
it.
wrong. They were completely doing it wrong. They weren't following the
It's
content.
like an Avengers movie, isn't it? Like you've got to set up like an Avengers.
Well, you gotta keep it to the original source. You just can't go willy nilly and say this will look great. Why? Oh, because I said so. And it's like,
well, especially with that Fantastic
is it a
Four
part of the?
remake.
Is it actually in the comics? Are you just making this shit up?
I haven't seen that last one though. Is that good?
It wasn't too bad at the end. It wasn't as bad, but it just doesn't.
It was terrible.
It doesn't.
Fantastic
Four. Nothing like the source material at all.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was Fantastic Four movie.
Like it was okay as if you look at it as like, because I was very skeptical for a long time, but if you take it as
one
just
before
random,
it was better with Evans and that.
Like if you just watch it as just a general superhero movie, it's fine. It's just a general run of the mill superhero movie. Don't like take a knowledge that okay, it looks like Fantastic Four. Like if you just take it, okay, it's just a basic movie. That's it. It's fairly okay. But if you stick it by the fantastic lore, it's just like a complete shit show. It doesn't follow anything by the book. It's none of the like they've just gone. Oh, we'll take this bit, and do this. It's just like you've done nothing like accurate.
Still, if Human Torch comes back in the MCU, Evans has to play the torch.
Nah, that'd be too weird.
Yeah, they'll bring him back. It's like you look familiar.
Well, that's the whole point. I mean,
they did that in DC, the crossover event, the big universe, like in the TV series, because there was the character who played the Atom. In the Flash and all that, and because he played Superman years ago, they did a homage. It's like they brought him back as Superman as well.
Well, it can be done right. You don't just chuck him in and say whatever. You got to.
Well, yeah, the like DC TV shows, the TVs,
they're doing it really well.
They've been doing it right. They've been doing it right because they've been working
the CW stuff.
Yeah, all the CW stuff. They've been doing it right. You get those guys to do the movies. Like that was one way they could have done it.
Marvel are doing like they're getting both to do like.
Well,
they got a lot and they stick to the content, and when they realize they've veered from the content, well, they do the whole universe splitting event, and then they fix it. And
I haven't seen Arrow yet. I've still got to watch that. That seems very good.
Arrow was good.
Arrow
was good at the start. It kind of veered off. I kind of just lost. That was just kept on going. It was good that like the last season, it was like they finished it at the right time.
Yeah, well, so you definitely had to watch some of the Flash episodes as well because Flash affected Arrow. So stuff because if you just watched Arrow, there's an event that just changes, and you're just like, wait, what's going on here? And you had to watch the Flash because he altered something that changes the episode.
I think you got to watch the Legend of Tomorrow as well because that ties in with it. Some of it.
There's a lot of it that does affect other stuff. So
that show was very good though. I thought. And then I just stopped watching it.
But,
it was like the Avengers TV show, pretty much. Like, got a whole bunch of people on a ship.
But no, definitely, Marvel definitely sets up a lot though for future events. So
yeah, they drop a lot of Easter eggs, and that was exactly
like I said, like I was gonna say before, and I have said before as well. Like, definitely with this new Black Widow movie, we're definitely like Taskmaster isn't just a character for this movie. Like, we're gonna see more of him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, like, that's
Taskmaster
the whole point.
is.
You see him enough in the game.
Yeah,
I see him enough as it is. I fought him like 20 damn times.
And that's the reason why you'll see him more in the movies because he doesn't just go away. There's no way you can do this movie and kill him off.
Same with Zemo. Zemo as well. Zemo is like a solid villain. There's always been plenty.
Same as Ultron. Like we saw that movie, they killed off Ultron, but I feel like we will see him again in the future. There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
because he's in the net somewhere.
Exactly. Like you don't just you just can't get rid of him. Like he's
I just hope Spader plays him again.
Hopefully.
Oh, you know the story behind that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he doesn't want to touch up with a 10-foot pole. He thought that was a terrible role for him.
He
himself.
It was a good fucking character though.
But
like,
the thing is,
it was a good character. He's a terrific actor. It's just he doesn't want to do it again.
But being the way it is, though, being that he's a mechanical character, he can change his voice, so they could get someone else.
Yeah, but
it have to be someone decent.
He just fit that so well, like just the way he voiced
that. He fits Ultron.
It was really a bad guy, like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Spader plays a good bad guy in anything.
Yeah. Blacklist.
Oh, Blacklist is so good. Is that still going? I think it is.
Yeah, it's still going. Last time I checked.
Yeah, it was a slow point at start because I've been watching it and then they didn't.
I thought season 10 now, isn't it?
Like I said, I remember when I first watched it years ago. Like there was that one season, it kind of like canned it to a degree. It was kind of like
Yeah,
on
season
hiatus
4, I
for
think,
like
and then
2 years or something like that.
someone
and then
else
it came back.
picked it up. I think Netflix picked it up.
Because I got that first season and I wanted more of it, and no one did any more of it until like 2 years later.
It's season 8, 7, 10.
But it's gone like mad now. It was a good concept.
Well, it still is. I mean, it gets old pretty quick because it's the same thing over and over, pretty much.
Surveillance, track him down, stop him.
Yeah, kind of like Bones and that. Like they just.
It's one of those things.
Supernatural was when that
Skull
overstayed its
down. What are you
welcome.
sculling your coke?
Oh yeah.
I reckon Supernatural should have had probably 6, 7 seasons, not 15.
15 or
Oh come on, Supernatural was fantastic.
Was, and then it got a bit towards 10 plus. It got a bit weird. They
had fun with
did
it.
things because they can.
That's exactly it. They were having fun with it. It was supernatural. It was out of the norm. That was the point.
Yeah.
I never.
I'm keen for The Boys season 3. Fucking Jensen Ackles in there as
Soldier Boy.
Or...
What was another role he picked up recently? Batman. That's it. Yeah. He's now Batman.
He'd be a weird Batman. It'd be like the fucking.
Oh, I'm gonna find that photo. He looks really cool.
He'll be a smart ass Batman, wouldn't he? Like
he looks badass with that back cowl on.
It's good that like they've finished. Like they've been doing Supernatural for so long. They finished it up, and it let them open to.
Well, it's good
other
that
roles.
like he got Walker. He's got Soldier Boy.
Well, he's doing Walker all together. Like he actually is producing Walker. That's the thing. Like he's actually producing that show. Like that's him running that show.
Like I watched that Saw trailer.
Yeah.
With Chris Rock. Chris Rock's making that movie. Like,
yeah. That's Spiral.
Oh god.
I'm thinking his dad's the fucking killer. Like he's the copycat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like which is Samuel L. Jackson.
He's like, oh, a copycat.
Well, that's Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, like that's exactly it. That's where it's going.
But he's in that thing at the end though, like in that trap. I'm like, is he though?
It's a trick. Yeah. I reckon it'll be a trick to like bait people in, and it's bait set up that he's a victim, but then he's actually the one that set it all up.
Because that the call was, have you seen your father? And then he goes to the dad, have you seen your father lately? I'm like, he'd be dead. Like, what? Unless
that reminds me, you know how you said with Fred Durst? Oh, not Fred Durst. Kid Rock. Like Chris Rock. Well,
Fred Durst.
Well,
Kid
like
Rock.
saying,
what are we watching here?
Kid Rock, whatever. Like Fred Durst, for example, of Limp Bizkit. Remember Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit?
Was it Fred Durst?
Kind of.
Yeah. Fred Durst was in Limp Bizkit.
The dickhead.
Yeah. He's a director now, so he's been doing a whole bunch of movies.
Okay.
Yeah, like he did one with John Travolta a few years ago.
That's a weird one.
It was someone when like John Travolta played some kind of like crazy fan.
Oh, like the fanatic kind of thing. He was like weird, creepy fanatic guy. Worshipped like he was super worshipping someone or something.
Yeah. So Fred, like, I'm just thinking like all the superstars, the stars, celebrities that we've grown up with, they're all become producers and directors now.
Because it's such an easy gig for them. They got the money just to throw around.
Yeah. But that's like.
But you say John Travolta. Do you reckon his best movie is From Paris with Love? That movie is
that was a fantastic movie.
Like, I reckon that's probably his best movie. Like, that suited him so well.
When you said From Paris with Love, that reminds me of an old Hong Kong action film. Comedy film. Old Hong Kong comedy film called From Hong Kong with Love.
Yep.
And it is this old school like comedy. It's can't remember the name of the actor that's in it, but it's making fun of all the James Bond films. Oof. This is like a pretty old film. This is like made back in the 70s or 80s. Oof. No. This would have been like the 80s.
I say Bond was
early 90s,
60s, so it wouldn't make fun of much.
Oh yeah, but it was the whole fact of like, you know, the guy wearing the suit,
secret agent,
secret agent kind of thing. But it was like it was called From Hong Kong with Love, and the main character that was based on kind of like 007 was actually this guy that's like a butcher. So he's like some Chinese butcher that's like, instead of using a Walter PPK, his special weapon is a meat cleaver and throwing knives.
Dope.
It's this massive meat cleaver that's just, you know, that you use to cut off fish heads and stuff.
Oh, so one of those big thick boys, like
big boys, like that, and the so bottom. That was his special weapon, and but because it's a comedy, it's kind of just making fun of 007 and stuff like that, like gadgets and whatnot. And there's this scene in the classic scene, like where he gets shot in the leg from a sniper, and he goes back to the safe house where this girl is, and he's like, "I need you to take out the bullet. ... It's near my crotch. Can you cut it out and sew it up and all that kind of stuff?" It's where's the bond in that?
God dang it!
But it's classic because it's like, oh, I need you to do it with my my giant knife and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do it, but we don't have any anesthetic. And he's like, don't worry. In ancient Chinese days, warriors would get surgery done whilst playing chess to distract them from the pain when they're doing surgery. And she's like, well, I don't have a chessboard. And he's like, no, I've got something better. He pulls out a videotape and he's like, put this on. And it's an adult film.
Oh.
and she's trying to do the surgery and take out the bullet, and it's kind of like he's just there watching the adult film, having a cigarette while she's literally digging into his bone and then it's taking out the bullet. And there's just funny parts where she's like, oh, can you move it? And he's like, what do you mean? It's like your thing. He's like, oh, okay. your junk. So she can dig into his leg and take out the bullet. And this is all to distract him from the pain. And I mean,
that would do it.
That would do it. That would distract you from getting a bullet taken out. But it was a classic scene such as that. But the main character, he's put up as a complete idiot. Because he's like, oh, I don't use guns, I use knives and stuff, and I use a butcher knife. And
hey, let's just quiet.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like he's literally, instead of wearing a suit, he wears an apron.
Clumsy as fuck. He'll take a silencer, he'll fight everyone in the whole joint.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a classic Hong Kong action comedy film.
I wonder if they look at.
I grew up watching those type of films as well. But I recommend it if you ever get your hands on it from Hong Kong with Love. It's think of the same lengths if you ever watch Shaolin Soccer, all those type of movies. It's that type of humor.
For some reason, I was thinking Rush Hour for a minute. The first and second Rush Hour, they were just crazy as well.
Yeah,
things would just happen. And even number 3, they're fighting the big Yao Ming dude. Crazy.
That's weird, crazy stuff.
This dude's foot was
from Beijing with Love.
Beijing. Makes even more sense.
There is from Hong Kong with Love, though.
There is.
Oh, that's the adult movie, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, from Beijing with Love. It was back in 1994, and it's got Stephen Chow.
It's not that old then.
It's not that old. It's got Stephen Chow, so it is actually the same guy that did Shaolin Soccer.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes complete sense.
Damn, son.
Oh yeah, straight up the cover is Bond ripoff.
Yeah, with the little knife in there, next to his head.
I will literally put it in Discord for you guys.
Oh, I know now because I remember the scene there with the he just wearing the apron.
Yeah,
I remember that being a big meme in other stuff as well. There was him, but I think someone else did a knockoff in another movie as well, making parody of that where it's just naked and he's just wearing the apron.
I just put it up in the thing. It's the entire film on YouTube.
God, but that's an iconic. There's a kind of iconic get up that is.
I'm gonna watch that movie after this podcast now. I'm gonna go straight to that scene where he's gonna get distracted with the top.
You give me so much work. We've mentioned so many different things. Give me so much work now. I gotta find all these references the next couple of days and edit this together.
Oh, there's a lot. There's
a lot.
2 hours of references.
So many. It's gonna take me 3 days to edit.
I could bring up a whole lot more references.
I think that was like, no.
So, no.
I dug myself a hole by putting references up now for the podcast. I'm like, I can't stop doing that now. It's like, it works. It works. The memes.
First, you got to find the right one.
Well, that's the
well,
thing.
I'll make a reference. I'll
those...
end up having a pop-up to be from Hong Kong with love, and like, no, from Beijing with love. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, from Beijing, yeah.
Well,
all I can think of right now is the hashtags. Remember the hashtags that report it.
You don't even want to look at the YouTube.
That's...
You don't even want to look at the YouTube hashtags. Like...
Sorry.
Instagram hashtags, man.
You only have 500.
And that sucks about Twitter.
500 characters, whatever it is.
The whole thing that hashtags are like that.
Yeah.
Twitter's so broken to post things on like podcasts in. Like, I can't tag everything.
Oh god.
God help it, yeah.
I think Dale's got Parkinson's for a second. It's like,
get out of the kiln!
Alright, and also, if you are going to watch a bunch of Hong Kong action films, like from Chinese action films, I recommend the movie Hard Boiled.
Hard Boiled.
It's Hard Boiled. They also made Hard Boiled. They also made a video game for it. A few, like, this was probably about. Think of Max Payne. Remember the game Max Payne?
No. Yeah.
Like the dual pistols.
Yeah.
This is where Max Payne originally got its
no way.
ideas from. It's like the using dual pistols.
Rockstar better make another one.
Yeah. So Hard Boiled was made. The game was made after Max Payne, but because it does the whole still dual pistol kind of thing. But
That reminds me of...
watch the original movie, that's the inspiration for Max Payne.
There's a PS2 game called Rise to Honor, which is a Jet Li.
Mm.
It was like slow motion action. It was so good back because you used to fight with the actual sticks. Like you move the sticks to fight. It was pretty cool. I'm hoping Sony remake old games. Remake them. Like I'll get Microsoft to back compare.
They already are. They're already trying. Prince of Persia.
No, that's not Sony though. That's no, but Microsoft are like, back compat. Sony's like, we'll give you Demon Souls a full remake.
Yeah.
Play this. It's like, it looks so good.
I've also put it in, I don't know, in memes, NSFW, but yeah, it's the movie Hard Boiled. I put that in there.
They did Ratchet and Clank. That's a remake too, like that 2016 one. Like Sony's all about the remakes, which I'll pay money for that. I prefer a remake, like Spyro, Crash.
Well, yeah, go on the GOG and you'll find a lot of old school games on there. Like PC mainly, though. It's,
yep.
Like I said, yeah, PC.
I was going to buy Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It was like $1.
Oh, that's old.
I played that back in high school. So good.
Yeah. Oh, God.
In the old computer lab full of like 20 computers. Everyone's on there.
That was where you versed the undead, that one?
Yeah, but then there was the one where it was multiplayer, where it was player versus player.
Yeah.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Return.
I used to play the old... was it Rainbow Six as well?
Oh, Vegas?
Oh, no, Ghost of Fortune.
Soldiers of Fortune.
That game was
That's
good.
on GOG as well. Soldiers of Fortune. So I think the first one was way better than the second one.
Yeah, I think I had the first one. I had it on disc back in the day.
That game was controversial when it first came out because it had literally you could shoot off limbs. That's why the first one was better than the second. So when you would shoot verse someone and go, I could shoot them in the chest. Or I could shoot their leg off, and that would incapacitate them. And you'll literally just see the gibs fly off their leg.
So what games are doing now, it's like, it's no worries.
Exactly. Well, another game that kind of did something similar to that was, if you're familiar with Syndicate.
Doom Eternal does that now. You can shoot
Doom Eternal does that.
Oh, what's this game?
Oh, Rage as well. That was...
Yeah, Rage does that.
Because you have to hear the little pop when you shot a head.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's like...
Well, that's the thing. I think that in the games in the past, if it was like an indie developer that made the game, it would be banned.
Yeah.
But if it was like a AAA making something and they do the
It
exact
was
same
to a
thing,
degree, like they could go so far.
they could go so far and they can let it pass because there's a lot more money behind it.
Yeah.
So, or they'll just take out one little thing. Like when Fallout was released in Australia, they took out cocaine. Like one of the drugs instead of Jet. But Jet was in the original Fallout anyway, so it was fine.
Yeah, Jet's in the third, and
yeah, it was in Fallout 1 and 2, so it was.
I just
like
couldn't
one
call
of those
it
things.
cocaine.
yeah. Well, yeah, they were going to do cocaine and drugs like that, but there's plenty of other games that have that too.
It makes you think. When you play Fallout, you're playing a massive druggie. Like,
oh yeah, you can just be like, take all these drugs, kill everyone. It's cool. You're the good guy.
When you break down like those games, like it's really fucked up.
Yeah. It's a lot of games where it's like it's okay to take drugs, and that's the moral of the story, people. As long as you kill a whole bunch of bad people, it's all right to take this copious amounts of drugs.
It's when people take that literally, and then try and blame the game. It's like, it's a game, dude. They didn't make you do it. It's like blaming music. I'm like, they're just singing a song. They're just doing a song.
Games promote violence, remember?
That's
my
bullshit.
parts promote violence.
Every time I see it, it's like, these old dudes don't even know what a game is anymore. People play games to get to let off steam. Like,
yes.
Exactly.
Like,
what? Postal is free on GOG. The first one. The first one.
The very first Postal.
Yeah.
Postal 4 looks good.
The very first Postal. Oh man, I remember that one. That game was like.
Yeah, well, Postal 2 is like $2, I think, on Steam.
Classic and uncut. It's like the top down.
Can we say codes on there? Get them from G2A.
Whatever.
Like, check your code sites. Games are so cheap.
Yeah. Epic Games always has a game free.
Yeah, they're so weird though. Like these games I've been getting lately are pixel games.
Yeah, I've just been getting so many free games I can. I just look everywhere for all the free games.
Hey, it's like the more you get put in lockdown, the more grateful you are of all these free games.
I've got a back catalogue so big, I'm still buying new shit.
Yeah, I checked the value of my Steam account.
How do you actually do that? You just
you just Google it, and you can go to some websites that will like, all right, you just get code from your account, and they'll. Yeah, no, it's fine.
I've been hacked.
I've got like over $10,000 worth of stuff. My Steam account is worth over 10,000. Yeah,
I've only got 70 games.
That's crazy.
I have. Ooh, I could probably check how many games, but probably not.
I
think it's like 400 games I own.
Because I'm buying a casual $10 thing where it gives you 5 random Steam games.
Cool. Jim, you might like this. The original Shadow Warrior game is free on GOG.
Oh, that game's classic.
Shadow Warrior Classic Complete.
I'm not getting GOG.
It's so good. It has so much on here.
Yeah, there is.
I'm getting Cyberpunk on Steam.
I had to get it on GOG because it's through Steam. It's through GOG.
Yeah, you get it from Steam.
You know who owns GOG, right?
CD Projekt.
Yes.
Well, they're higher ups.
Yeah. So might as well get GOG. You got Cyberpunk, don't you?
On PS5.
Well, GOG is actually just as good as Steam. It's the three that you'd have. I have Epic, I have GOG, and I have Steam.
Oh, so they give you the free game a month through, do they, or something?
Epic gives a game every
few days, couple of weeks.
Every 3 days. Steam is always good for the Steam summer sales, and GOG gives a free game every month as well. So they're like the three that you gotta have if you're a PC player. If you just wanna, all right, I don't have that many games. Sign up to those three, have an account with each, and next minute you'll start getting games out of everywhere. Plus, GOG is good for actually looking after Steam and Epic, because essentially you could just load up GOG, and that will load all your stuff from Epic and Steam.
So you can play everything through that, really.
Yeah, you can do that. The only reason you'll log in to Epic now and then is just to claim the free game one.
Yeah, I mean that's all I got it for, like, because
That's like I've that's like me because I have my Amazon. What have I got?
Yeah, and your GOG, you'll link everything through there, so you can link your PlayStation account, you can link your Steam account, you can link your Blizzard, so on and so forth. You know, BattleNet. You link it Origin. So, you know, you link all of it, and GOG will take care of it. Which is
take care of it. I've been doing that twice. I was just doing that and yawned, so I didn't say anything.
I'm like, no, I'm getting old these days. Normally, I'm in bed by now.
Well, I'm still thinking it's near 12.
It's basically 11. We've been going for a fair amount of
2 hours, 2.5 hours, I think.
It's been a long episode. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh.
So we can.
I was going to say, if this is just like Joe Rogan, we'd be going for a steak dinner afterwards and having cigars.
I mean, we could.
We could. We could.
Just take this on the road. Just get our phones out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, this isn't like Melbourne though. It's like we're like me and Dal are in Brisbane, so it's, as I said, it's not like Melbourne where you're like 10 o'clock. The restaurants are just opening. In Brisbane, it's like 10 o'clock. Macca's is open.
Yeah,
Melbourne's probably the best place to be. Like that place is
100%.
a lot. Like
it's
because I got food once delivered at like midnight. It was like a pizza. I'm like,
oh yeah,
100%. Like, sure, you can still get pizza at like up here, like delivered at midnight. It's probably Domino's, and they're just about to shut.
Yeah, this is like Big Papa John's fucking.
Oh
massive.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like Melbourne is always it's a the
because I was in
density
Box Hill. That's probably the best place to be. Like Asian community, everyone's so nice.
Oh yeah. Fantastic ramen places around there.
So you like Box Hill?
Yeah. I
love
love
sushi there.
I love eating all boxes.
It was mold
boxes.
sushi. Wasn't the best, but still hit the spot.
Sushi. Yeah, I love.
You know
sushi.
when you got that with the hospital, when you got that one up the road there, that little sushi from there, which wasn't bad.
Oh, I've got to try it. Yeah.
I could walk there again if I went there.
That's only half the reason why I go to PAX as well, just to go to Melbourne. It's just a fantastic city.
Long, man.
Same weather as Tassie, so I find it familiar.
Melbourne was good. Like, I would love to go back. But I know the way this year's going, I don't want to go back at this stage. Like, I have to wait till next year or something.
I'm thinking I should probably just go in the next couple of months just for a holiday for myself.
Yeah,
I want to because
I want to.
Melbourne.
Like,
Melbourne's good.
Yeah,
I want to, but I just want to wait till everything's
I like
gone back
Box
to
Hill.
normal.
That's the only place I've really been, except for the market.
Yeah. Or I could go for a holiday down to Tassie.
Do it.
Me and Dal could come down.
Oof.
Could do a special podcast there.
Special podcast. Stay at the bloody what's it called?
What?
That place. What's it called? Where you work at?
Oh, the bungalows.
The bungalows. Stay at the bungalows.
Stay at a hostel. We'll stay at a hostel. We'll have those shared showers. Keep it cheap. You know, share the meal, share a shower, share a bed. It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be Tassie. It's all good. It's all good. Everyone's related.
Wow.
If you're not your mate, they'll be your mate by the end of it.
That's Australia in general.
I was about to say kissing cousins type of mate, but you know.
Did mate your date?
Make your mate a date.
Make your mate a date.
That's right. Play Smash Brothers, and then afterwards, smash your mates.
Play Smash Brothers and you smash your brothers.
I saw that as a YouTube video somewhere recently.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Oh god, it was someone was doing an interview, and it was like, yeah, I wish I was gay.
Oh, wasn't it Auntie Donna? They did.
Yeah. Oh no, not Donna. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was Auntie Donna. I was like, it was so good being gay. You can just smash your brothers, then just smash your
mate. It's like, I'm so straight though. I could suck a dick right now, and it'd be I still wouldn't be gay. It's like, it works like that. It's like, you know, if you take your garbage out once, doesn't make you a garbage man.
Yeah, that was from their show.
Yeah,
Oh, that was fucking fantastic.
I was like, their reasoning that they were so serious too. It was like, hey, you just play Smash Brothers, and you just smash your mate, and it's all fine.
It's all fine. It's all great. It's all good. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if we've beat up way too long.
What are you doing? What are you two doing?
What are you doing?
What are you two doing?
Come down.
We're playing.
We're gonna come down.
What are you two doing? Get the fuck out of the kiln! If I don't get in the kiln, you don't get in the kiln!
Oh, the kiln.
Get the fuck out of the kiln!
Get out of the kiln! Oh,
if I told you to stay in the kiln, would you?
Get out of the kiln!
You're like, no. Walked in there. How'd you get in there?
God.
He said. Look, fuck's sake.
Zach, get out of the kiln.
It's just weird how they all three just end up like bam.
He's just talking. It's like if I don't understand the talking next to, he's like, you know, what are you doing to the kiln?
Fuck. We should try and get Mark on the potty. He has a beard.
You know who you should get on? Garn.
Gone.
You ever watch Garn?
Gone.
No.
He's been making the treads on YouTube. He makes some fantastic videos. He's done one called Every Telstra Worker Ever, or Australia Post in a Nutshell, or how to thief-proof your car. What was that? Or like, what is it? Dan Murphy's life hack.
Oh, Dan Murphy is so good.
So I'll post the link in the
Nice.
in the thing. I'll post a link for his channel, and then just go check it out from there. And, Garn, check out Garn. He's doesn't have many videos up yet, but he's been putting out a video weekly, so he's been pretty consistent, and he's an Aussie, and he's pretty funny. He's pretty bloody funny. So there's one I recommend totally there, Garn. So
and that goes for all the beaters and beatettes. Check out Garn.
Check out Garn.
Get him the bloody views, mate.
I think his last video he posted up to a guide to Camry drivers.
Oh,
that's a lot of them.
Damn. So I just realised I was looking at Twitter now. So today, the 4th, I didn't even realise. So the 4th was Heath Ledger's birthday.
Oh.
He would have been 42 today.
Damn.
January 22nd, 2008. We lost him.
Seems so long ago. Oh.
Yeah, 2008.
Seems so long ago.
13 years ago?
No, 14. 13.
13. 2008.
Yeah, 8, then 11,
12,
3.
20, and then...
Yeah, damn, son.
Yeah.
That went so quick.
I was about to say we can't finish the podcast and that. Didn't know.
No, I just saw that. I was going to bring up my I was trying to find my meme.
He just puts up the Heath Ledger there and just fades off.
Fades off, in memoriam of Heath Ledger.
In memoriam of Heath Ledger.
The way he lives on the end.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
I mean, I reckon he would listen to the Beardy Bros podcast.
Yeah. He is Aussie. He is from Australia.
Oh,
I was about to say, was that a lot of celebs are in Australia right now, so who knows?
Well, they're buying houses in Byron Bay, so...
Yeah, as long as it's not all flooded in northern New South Wales at the moment. So,
no, what I was doing when I was jumping on Twitter to check where my post was at, because I shared that meme I did the other day of the Auntie Donna boys. And it got 194 likes. No, it was the other one. It was the pud, the Christmas pud.
Oh, the pud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did a meme and they shared it. They retweeted my meme. It's at 194 likes.
Oh, nice.
I've been sharing that bit to everyone. I was like,
so many people have been sharing that. Like it's been retweeted 8 times. It's like,
People need
damn.
to watch Auntie Donna. Like,
I've been writing Auntie Donna memes up
Donna's
now at
funny.
work on the chalkboard. I've been writing them up on the board, and people are laughing at them.
There's a lot of people that don't know them. It's like, how do you
No.
not know that?
I was surprised.
Yeah, the Pud one is the most
Christmas pudding.
iconic one.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's not
like
even that old.
no, it's not that old, but I remember at every Christmas time now, you go, get a bit of Pud, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because
You
they've
want
been
some food?
going for like the last 6 years. Well, I was surprised they've been going for 6 years. I was like, shit.
Longer than that.
Well, yeah, but the podcast mostly 7 or something like that. 8, but
Yeah, I seen one of their skits was 8 years ago or something like.
I remember their remember the pizza skit where they're trying to get Domino's.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
They got
French toast.
Don.
Yeah, they got
Don May.
Domino's. Domino's did a special Auntie Donna
That dude
special.
had a permanent smile, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, we'll do this and this and this. No.
No. Yeah, that was a good skit. I love the
I
Domino's
told you this.
special. Yeah, old mate comes at the end.
I'm gonna bash the long head. Fuck. He's like, don't do it. Because it's
I
a
don't-
wall.
Oh, Auntie Donna's perfect. Oh, yeah. There's a few YouTube channels that I'd definitely give a shout out to, especially Auntie Donna.
Oh
Auntie
yeah.
Donna. Yeah, and Garn's
I
a good
didn't
one.
realize I knew who they were for years. I'm like, oh, they got a YouTube channel.
yeah, I did never really clicked that was Auntie Donna. Until I really got back into them again. I was like, oh, wait, that's Auntie Donna? I was like, what?
Yeah, they always
then,
make the shit.
They're probably writing content right now.
They're always writing content.
Nah, that was good.
They're
I
always
want
in
to
the
go to
social
a
memes.
live one. I want to go to a live show before. I'm like, that'd be dope.
Mm.
There's some fantastic Australian YouTubers that just don't get the recognition they deserve.
I mean, eventually
They've
they
been doing
will.
it for
But,
years.
I mean, they're getting around though. Like,
Oh, getting there.
Yeah.
Riding up
At least
on
they
that.
don't have to do
it's still
anything
mostly a local
controversial.
thing though, like the Aussie
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah. Where are they based?
Although,
What, Melbourne?
there was a
probably?
thing in one of their videos. They used American coffee,
Mm.
and like that's not Australian. They're like, nah, we like to use it. I mean, pretty much Melbourne. Yeah,
Yeah, I think they're based in Melbourne, aren't they?
yeah, I think.
Yeah, I want to go down to Melbourne again now.
Well, they got shows there now. I think like, they're doing shows in Brisbane and everywhere.
Yeah. Actually,
Well,
talking
very
about,
small crowds, but they're still doing them.
I was about to say, talking about, did you see that Shooter Williams got, someone tried to punch him out at a show?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Someone just walked straight up and went for the swing.
Damn.
And he was doing
People-
shows. That was in Queensland. He was
Yeah.
doing shows up in Queensland. I think he's gone back to Melbourne now to
Damn.
finish off the rest of his run. But yeah, that was shown in Melbourne. I think it was like Bundaberg or something.
yeah. Someone's a bit pissed and thought they'd have a go.
Yeah, the usual. They might have taken offence to something, and who knows.
But even then, harden up.
yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, I reckon he just was pissed and just wanted to just give him a go.
It's not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. All soft.
I was gonna say, Jim, if you ever wanted to get an idea of what Munted looked like, he looks a little bit like him.
Oh dear.
It's so funny because you look, Munted's just a little bit darker hair.
Wait, who? Who's he look like?
Shooter Williams.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you don't?
Shooter.
Oh,
Alex,
in the
Alex
Google.
Williams. Yeah, you know that's what we're talking about.
Probably-
Alex
Don't know,
Williamson.
fine. Don't know. Oh, yeah.
Alex Williamson, the comedian. That's who we're talking about. Shooter Williams.
Yeah, I don't know him as Shooter.
Yeah, Munted looks a little bit like him.
Oh yeah. God dang.
It's kind of funny. Munted looks just a little bit like him. Chuck on the darker hair and give him a bit of a tan.
Said everyone looks like someone.
It's funny as it's just typical.
I got a doppelganger in fucking England, as our
Yeah.
friend does.
I got a doppelganger in Spider-Man.
In North Korea.
You just shave off the beard,
Yeah, just shave off the beard, grow my hair a little bit longer.
get it all
next-
slicked back.
So if they start filming in Queensland, I'll just sneak in, be like,
You can
no,
be-
no. Oh.
Like, oof, you could be like you could be in a Spider-Man movie, bro.
Yeah, just.
Oh, I was gonna say he got
take
really
a-
buff though recently. He got really fit. He got super fit. He
Oh,
did
sorry.
recently.
That's for another movie, wasn't it?
I don't
I
know
think-
what it was for, but yeah, he got really fit. Like, it was ridiculous.
I mean, not fit, but he definitely.
Yeah, lost.
Like, it was insane. Like, the workout he did, I was just like, what? A completely different person, basically.
Big again for Spider-Man. Like that's.
Well, no, I
fucking-
don't think. I think he's still the same. I think he put a
Okay.
little bit back on, but he's not too much because he just got back to being comfortable. Like, he wasn't
Yeah.
going like super like
I
getting
mean,
back
he
to
wasn't
being.
big to begin with, really.
No.
Like, not big.
But he
Like,
locked the
Bale,
weights
he
to
went from that
Oh.
big guy to that anorexic dude,
in
like
the machinist or whatever was it? Whatever it is.
Oh,
He
yeah.
and Jared Leto. He went from
Oh.
a big chubby guy to a drug aid dude, like in the Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah,
crazy how
yeah, that
skinny
was
these guys get. It's like, how do they
nasty.
do
He
that?
went so small, like he was eating like one thing a day, like an apple or something.
It's crazy how they
Like-
could do that. And here I am trying to like lose weight and I can't get anywhere.
No, they're doing it with a professional though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, fuck.
A guy that just stands behind him and said, "Don't eat that," just knocks food out of their hands.
I mean, but they're committed to that role. Like Jared Leto, he's apparently takes it really fucking
Oh, yeah,
serious.
he's mad.
He's a
Christian
good
Bale's the
method
same.
actor. Like the new Joker that he is now, it's fucking creepy. Like I was watching the Justice League clip on YouTube. He is creepy.
Oh, there's so many clips that have been leaking out from that movie now. There's so many clips
He's
you
in
can watch.
there for like a minute, but he's in there.
You can watch the
Like,
whole
you see-
scene on YouTube.
Oh, that's the Snyder cut, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a
you,
minute
you
and
can
a
watch
half.
the whole scene up on YouTube for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think IGN posted it. I think
yeah. I watched the Snyder cut.
it's fucking
week or
that
two.
Joker looks so good.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
laugh he has on there, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was
just think he could be in future, maybe as Joker, maybe as that Joker. Because I don't think Joaquin Phoenix fits in the with the Batman, Affleck Batman. I wouldn't think because he's not really that fucked up.
Yeah.
Because the Leto Joker, he sounded fucked up, like a bit, but he had reason as well. Like he's thinking clearer than Batman right now. Batman's asking him for advice, like. Although that's a fucked up world where Joker has a gun. He got a machine
Well,
gun.
the point that Joker was trying to make in that scene was that he kept on pointing out that Batman was going, "Oh, how many times do you want the Flash to go back in time and keep changing it, but you'll still have the same result?"
Yeah.
And he was pointing out that you have to go back in time and save Lois. It's the girl, but there was also the hint that it wasn't just Lois; it was Harley Quinn maybe as well. It was this
Yeah,
other, all these other.
Yeah, she's not in that though, is she? No.
No, but Batman does say something about Harley Quinn. Remember how he's like, "I held her."
Yeah, because
she
he was.
died.
What was that movie? Because Affleck and Margot's Harley Quinn did meet once.
Suicide
in one of the movies.
Squad?
Yeah. No,
Suicide-
it was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Suicide Squad.
they did cross over. So
Yeah. It was the scene when they were
what's that
driving off with the.
if we get
Lambo.
an Affleck reference in the Suicide Squad, that'd be dope. Like they're gonna call on Batman. It's fucking Affleck.
Well, yeah, he was in the last Suicide Squad when he speaks to Waller. And he
Oh,
gets
yeah, for a brief, like.
like they're having dinner and she gives him the document and she goes blah blah blah.
So I'm
you know.
guessing he could be theoretically mentioned in the new movie at some point.
No, well, I don't think
Only
it's
if it's
James
needed.
Gunn's
For
style.
the future, like
Yeah.
in a future thing.
Only if it's needed that they'll mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if it's needed.
want
But I
Aquaman
don't think
too.
it's James Gunn's style to have Batman in it. He's more James Gunn is more fun and energetic and like.
It's
Only
just
if
funny
it's
how
needed.
Michael Rooker is in another James Gunn movie.
Michael Rooker's been in like almost every single James Gunn
Yeah.
film.
I was like,
From-
Michael Rooker's in this. He's in Slither. He's in
Yeah,
like,
Sliver.
They got a like friendship going.
Yeah. It's like what's his name? Tim Burton always having his
And Johnny
wife.
Depp.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp.
Tim
It's
Burton
like
and Johnny Depp.
Tim Burton, Johnny Depp, and Tim Burton's wife. Is that his wife?
No, that's
Helena Bonham Carter is Tim Burton's wife, I think.
Yeah. She's
Oh.
like every single film as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pretty much all of them, if not.
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Yeah, if I remember that.
I just-
yeah.
Oh, what was it? It was. I can't remember. My mind's just. I had it there, then it just went.
We are on the precipice of 3 hours.
We should call it then.
This is always a long episode. I figured we'd
People
just...
won't watch a 3-hour fucking.
No, but I think people listen to it. People listen for the full
Juddy
length.
probably would. Juddy, if you're
Oh
watching,
no,
or
we didn't even get him in.
Yeah, where's Juddy?
We didn't even bother to talk to him about it. I
I
forgot about
haven't
it.
spoke to him for ages. Like he's been AFK. Hasn't been streaming. Hasn't been doing anything.
Get Juddy in
He's
now.
on Insta a lot though, bruh. Gotta call him out. Man, you gotta get. I gotta talk to Subby. Get him on sometime soon if you can.
Get Juddy and Subby.
Juddy, Subby, Wookie, everyone at once.
Juddy, where are you? Just do a Where's Wally thing, and it's like Juddy at the bottom. It's like a massive giant head and where Wally is. Juddy, where are you?
Jim's like, what?
What?
Oh, dear.
God.
But 3 hours just.
Oh yeah, I'm almost.
Long man.
This is the Snyder cut of the Beardy Bros.
Yeah, Snyder cut.
I'll just get the Justice League and I'll just put our faces on them.
Oh, do it.
Just put our heads on them, and then we'll have Long Man as one of them. I don't know who Long Man will be. Who just be
Oh,
head this
Long-
with that gum and ooh.
No.
We'll be the Justice League. We'll have a
Oh,
lineup.
no.
Maybe we'd mash up with like the Justice League and like Marvel. I don't know.
Marvel.
Avengers League. I don't know.
Marvel going at it like
You have Juddy in the background.
with the Suicide Squad as the third one, like a Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh,
I don't know. This episode's all over. What's it? April Fools.
It's all over the place. It's all over the place. There's going to be.
Squad and Justice League.
I
The Hulk
don't
can
know.
do it by himself.
That's for
Is
another
that
episode. I don't think we need to keep going.
Also,
Yeah.
there is
It's a little long enough.
Oh, I'll get tired too.
Leave it to Jim now. Quickly wrap this up. I think we've gone long enough on this episode. We're not having a bonus. We're not doing anything.
I'm gonna go have a steak dinner.
steak dinner.
Steak dinner. Meet my lizard overlords.
Macca's steak in 10 minutes.
Yeah, Macca's State. The Queensland, Brisbane
Yeah,
Macca's.
I
I
think,
already had Hungry Jacks for dinner, so.
Yeah.
But as
Hurry up! I'm gonna go get my McFlurry at McDonald's.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm gonna go down before they turn off the ice cream machine. No.
But yeah, you gotta follow him, Wookie. He's fucking great.
Oh.
He goes off, doesn't he? Does
Oh yeah.
he, little fish? He puts on the accent, and hey, Izzy, if you're watching, maybe I might get you in here in the future. Watching
Juddy.
listening with Juddy and Wookie at the same time.
Next time, maybe
And
your
Tubby.
brother can join in.
I think like an eight person.
I mean, your brother did join in, and he just
Oh.
joined and just hung out. I have to put an insert of like rendition of what your brother looks like. I'll draw a little stick figure. Like this is what Jim's brother looks like, with a short little beard.
Pretty much is like a little bit.
Just put a photo of the long guy.
Long man. Just put him in there.
Long man.
Oh god.
I don't know, man.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
watch that later. But we're gonna call it. He does. We're gonna.
Yeah.
Why you just do that? Your face is so red.
Long.
Like your face was so red. Your hands are so white. He was like,
Yeah.
Like-
This new camera quality picks up everything.
But as always, thank you for joining us on episode 14. Almost forgot that. And we thank Wookie for being his awesome self. He could be on here every month, I guess. every week, every day, every second. But we've been Dale and Jim and Wookie. And thanks for listening or watching. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hurry up, I'm gonna go to Macca's before they turn off the ice cream machine. I'm gonna get myself a McFlurry. Latest, boys!
Get the fuck. Cowboy. It's just turned off. It's actually. Did he turn his computer to disconnect? What the fuck? It actually froze. I thought he was just gonna like get up and go. It's fucking frozen.
Like,
Oh, what the fuck?
Holding the pose. Wookie?
Cowboy!
Are you there? He's in the chat still.
Is he
He just crashed his computer just by going.
I think he did.
Keep this in, maybe?
Yeah, I'll keep it in. Oh my fuck. What? I'm kind of confused if he's still there, if he just gagged, got up and left, or is he actually gone? I'm confused.
Think it is McFlurry?
Just Uber that
Did
shit.
he really want a McFlurry that bad that he just...
Did he, what did he hit when he smacked, did he smack his keyboard, did he hit the keyboard and like go to sleep mode or something?
But
Okay then. So,
no.
Cowboy!
He's just gone.
Oh, okay then.
I
Bye!
oh, bye-bye! Oh.